hero, Cece. She's a super energetic yo-yo artist who exudes happiness 24/7. As a gifted performer, Cece loves to make people smile by putting on spectacular shows. Recently, she's been busy preparing her grand debut at Castle Aberline, a dreary place where public performances are banned. Let's hope Cece can lift the spirits of the downtrodden citizens and bring fun back to the city. As a fighter hero with skills that can be used on the move, Cece's forte is locking onto targets at close to medium range and dealing high single-target sustained damage. And with skills designed to show off her vibrant persona, you'll definitely be enchanted by Cece's infectious personality after seeing her in action. Now, with Season 31 just around the corner, and it being the 4th season of the year, we want to remind everyone.
Almost showtime!
A theater troupe?
After 21 years? What's happening?
What's going on?
Mom, what's a theater troupe?
Halt! All performances are prohibited in Castle Aberline. No performances! No performances! You there! Answer her!
You guys are invited too!
Stop! No performances! No performances!
Hit me like I might get over, but you could give me in no corner. I know I can make a comeback. Ace this round and finish this game now. Got the power on my shoulders. Yeah, you know that I'm a soldier. You could keep me off my guard, but you can't keep me from my honor. Nah, 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 I feel like the floor is higher. The energy's getting higher. You're saving my arms, 'cause I know just what I got. I got you like na-na-na, and you know I hold the power. I play my own role, I be kinda great. better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. Lay our burden, nothing gon' change. Great, we are better than great, great. If we stand tall and believe we can make it, you and me, with a sense of urgency, you'll see I'm better than great. I'm better than great. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm better than. I'm better than. Making my grind good to great, so don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, good. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. Lay our burden, nothing gon' change. Great, we are better than great, great.
Hawk Aerial Assault Unit awaiting orders, TACOM. Caution. I am augmented with experimental military hardware. Delta security clearance is required to view my sub-directives. Optimizing weapon configuration for combat environment. Assessing battlefield conditions. Mission Command has authorized the use of lethal force.
Mom, Dad! The show's gonna start! Welcome, distinguished guests, to today's performance, Origins of the Myth!
Long, long ago, terrible monsters emerged from the depths and attacked in the night. Just before the village was lost, the Kirin and her kin descended from the Spirit Gate and saved our ancestors. Suddenly, a great evil tore open a rift. The Spirit Beasts sacrificed themselves to seal it, and their essence became Spirit Sand, scattering across the land. Over the next 50 years, Master Khazar taught our ancestors how to harness the power of Spirit Sand. In the Kirin Temple, he proclaimed, "It is time. I can finally shed this loneliness and join my kin. But one day, the Kirin will return. This will lead you to her, and the Spirit Gate shall open."
It's just a fairy tale.
Is that so?
Who's there? Who said that?
You're lonely too, aren't you? Come to the Kirin Tower, and I will lead you to your family.
My family? No way!
Horde! 'Cause I am the 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 Horde! ' Your family is out there. We just have to find them.
Really?
Here. Use the real Kirin Horn and discover your true self. No matter where this journey takes us, I'll be by your side.
Wow! Who should we look for first?
That's up to you. Just lead the way.
When you are not seeing those big names, I mean, let's not forget that they have to face off against BTK as well as Avalon in one of the bigger upsets later on when they got through the upper brackets. And that's the beauty of the upper brackets as we start moving into the drafting phase, hoping that these two teams will be making it into the knockout stage as we go into game number one. Welcome, game number one. Welcome everybody to our first best of three, day number two here at the S5 World Championship group stage.
Now in a really bad position. Right now, Sao going up against Tree. Not looking very good. Is this going to be first blood? First blood for Super Shark.
Ooh, that was nice. Zia already having to use the shutdown for Milo. Double kill for Milo. He gets taken down. Finds Zia. Minu and Fury connecting. And Zia is going to get focused now. He's still surviving. I spoke too soon. He Boba secures the kill. And now Milo gets Sao. He has to get out Harvey as well. They're fighting back. The Ohio brothers are doing it. They get Boba as well. This work for a big Halo goes in. He finds Harvey. And Harvey, he's trying to get away, but he goes down. Best player secures the kill. Sao as well. Double kills for best player. Magister survived because of Sunset Lover. The immortality pop. And best player secures the Lord.
Okay. Let's just count. This is the first Fanny game in the M5 series. I'm actually so excited to see what can best player 1 do.
So best player finds Harvey. Harvey, can you run away from this situation? Looks like he cannot. First blood for best player 1. Sao finding Magister. It's gonna get saved. They should be able to secure this turtle, no problem whatsoever. Is too tanky for this situation. Zia is just re-hitting onto Sao. Sao is trying to survive, but Zia knocks him down. There goes his special migration onto Milo. Milo is very, very low, but looking at Super Shark going back, and Milo goes back in. And the Minotaur tries to help his teammate out, but Harvey gets taken down. Who gets a double kill on the Sunset Lover? And now Magister has to run away. Zia gets the killing spree. Zia flickers forward. He finds Magister. He gets the double from this bull. But look at Sao. Sao gets taken down by Super Shark. But as of right now, Magister secures the board. And Milo looks like he wants to go for it. He wants Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba is going to get taken down by Milo. And now best player 1 gets Harvey. All right. Good recovery. And now Zia is still alive. Sunset Lover goes in 3. Who is still alive? Unstoppable for Zia. And for the Bomba, Milo goes back in. And now monster kill for Zia. This is the Ohio Brothers game. They can end this, and they do. We're going to game number 3.
The confidence is the key for team. The Ohio brothers right now, they have found their own rhythm.
A lot of damage here towards the bully that they're going to start first. But they locked in the score. Either ways, we're jumping into the 3rd game of this best of 3. Who will win it out? Will the Ohio brothers bring fame and glory to NA? Or will Deals Folk show ECA is here to play? To do really anything, and Milo gets taken down by Harvey. Best player 1 has to exit as well. He goes back in, but Zia gets the kill. But Zia super low. Best player 1 gets Harvey, and now flying up. Not really enough to get a kill, but enough to secure a turtle. Ooh, some dangerous stuff. Zia was playing up and down. Best player dives in. Carvey, there's nowhere for you to go. And Zia gets the kill. Hoon from the backside is making sure that best player has a way to get him. Kid Bomba flickers forward. Sunset Lover gets killed. No, Hoon, what? I saw that, Hoon. I saw that killing spree for Zia. Hoon. Right now, Super Shark is looking at Sao and looks like Milo goes in. He already forces out Sunset Lover. Nowhere for you to go. Zia gets the kill. The Ohio brothers, they're attacking at two different angles. Yep. He just hate them either way. And now best player gets two. And then Milo follows up. Sao was there, but was it too late? Hoon from the backside. And Milo gets pulled back into the fray. Harvey gets the kill. Super Shark finds Magister. Best player one. You didn't get a target. Best player one gets pulled back as well. Zia gets a kill onto Harvey. Now Sunset Lover gets a kill onto best player one. And Zia, you're taking a little bit too much damage. You have to.
You want to melt it down.
Okay, Milo, you're taking a little bit too much damage. The lore hurts right now. Best player one. Spatial migration onto Magister. And Hoon is able to hit the Mystic Gush. Now the immortality is up. Hoon gets a kill, but King Bomba without pushing. The minions doing work. Best player one gets two, but Sao again denies the crowd control. But Hoon gets a kill onto Carvey, and now looks like a mistake coming in from Dave's Volt. They're playing a little bit too much, and now looks like Kid Bomba is gonna get taken down, but the minions is pushing. Good thing for them to actually win that fight. If not, could have been over. And in way too soon, gets taken down. Magister secures the Lord, and Super Shark is gonna get taken down. Same as Hoon. Carvey secures the kill, and now Zia trying to 1v5. He gets Sao, but that's all he's gonna get. Sao got that crystal. This best of three. What a series!
What a series. What an interesting. Initially, game one and game two were looking like a mirror matchup, but here in game number three, we have Dale's ball taking it away. 30 minutes, pushing it.
We gotta go into the draft. I'm excited. What kind of game are we watching here? Is it gonna be more setup? Is it gonna be more catch? Give him.
Yeah, this is the game that we will see who's gonna be and who's gonna stay and who's gonna, I'm not gonna say go home, but will face trouble. But he will be,
gonna be zoned by Milo, able to catch Nail. Unsure whether he got the buff or not. He did, and best player one survived, but no purple buff for him. Right now, Nail is there. Luke goes in front. Milo tries to re-engage, and best player one gets taken down by Mo in the middle of it all. Double kill for Market Fan, with the Lord marching in. The Ohio brothers are trying their very best. Marky survives again. Shark gets taken down. The Ohio brothers loses the first game.
Ohio brothers, a lot of questions and a lot of answers are demanded to be given in the next game.
It's now or never. TOB has to win this one. If not, 90% not going to the knockouts. Good luck to both teams. We're going into the land of dawn. Out first blood for Luke. And that's what Luke wants. He doesn't care if he goes down. Milo jumps in with the Black Dragon form, but Nail able to secure the turtle for himself. Aloyski has to run away. But look at the boy killing best player one, getting a double kill. Aloyski is all alone. Aloyski is trying to run away, but Milo drops it down. Now Marky, if no one's gonna stop him, he's gonna get this turret. Best player one goes in front. The Mystic Projectile hits onto Zia, and now a Mystic Gush onto best player one. A boy's gonna get engaged on Milo with the Black Dragon form. Finds a boy. Boy, the backline, but looks like Team Ohio brothers are doing it. Aloyski is low. Marky goes back in with the Blazing Red. Finds Zia. Will Zia go down? Zia still coming back. Luke! Luke is there. Gets Zia. All alone, taking quite a lot of damage. And best player one wants it, but Milo gets him. He goes in front, finds Milo. Milo's going very low. Manu and Fury from Hoon. Zia gets the kill on to Luke. Neil still secures the Lord. That they need to know. This is how you deal with Dicky. You kill it before it becomes a problem. Now, the Ohio brothers, they're doing their very best to protect their base. The Lord is marching down bottom. Zia has to go in front. Zia is gonna get chased down. Hoon goes down to Marky, blazing the wet by this unstoppable killing spree by Luke. Game goes over to Kick Fam.
We're about to see one of these teams either win the game and maybe help another. Maybe they get a point to prove that their region is in.
No
also Super Strike decided to take Petrify here. The Retribution coming down pretty hot from best player 1. This is making it really awkward in these first couple engages. The Rifts are good enough, and G double for the mid laner of the Homeboys. Looking for a trade. Mielo has come down all the way from the top side to help Hood. Ohio Brothers move away as Mielo getting attacked by 2 on the top side. Shibi looking for the opportunity, but that vengeance is going to keep him alive through the electrifying beats. Mielo still taking them on one by one. Somebody needs to take him out. Regeneration keeps him alive. Mielo walks away. Chibi is not going to let him go. Leona Missile is good enough, but no! It's going to be the Molten Sights. Mielo 2v1 successful.
That's why we call him the GOAT of NA. TOP. Make it chaotic and go for dives.
Up on the top side once again. The Petrify from Super Shark. This is so obnoxious.
Really hates Zia, man.
But now, oh wow!
Warlord unable to get out of there.
He's actually double laning as well.
Petrify.
Yep. This is so obnoxious. Just the fact that Super Shark is getting away with this, but it's effective. You have to admit it is effective. Super Shark gets punished. They break open the bottom inhibitor, but here it comes. Salmon Force as well being dropped. Subbot is down. Mid inhibitor is already down as the top side is going to get attacked. Warlord might be in some trouble unless he uses that Netherrealm as Mielo runs him down and actually secures the kill before so. Disrespect. And now this is a great angle as Chibi is already down. Zempo's already being dropped. Smigo and Fury comes out just to knock up 4, but they're losing members too fast. 2 down, 3 down. Subbot gone and a mega kill for Hood. And that's GG. Well played, Ohio Brothers. Take game 1.
Match point. Homeboys are fighting for dear life. One more game with this match point with the pressure on them.
Is match point for the side of TOB. Homeboy's going to be playing on the blue side. TOB going to be playing on the red side. Oh, no.
I take that back. I take that back.
Oh,
I take that back. I take it back. I take it back.
Oh, what? What?
Yep, there we go. Instant gang coming. GB back into the fight. Keep playing. Still has it. Good spatial migration into Violent Record. Best player secures the turtle. And Dragon Form to kind of support them. Zorn using the Circling Eagle Might. Oh, he gets held right on top of best player as Mielo drops down the Black Dragon Form. Here we go. Spatial migration into the Violent Requiem. You know what, Fury? Best player 1 secures the Lord. And Mielo takes out Chibi. It's a double kill for Mielo. They're off the run as Hoon finds Zorn. And now Zia gets a run for free, taking a kill for himself. Get me part of the Mielo and Fury. The Black Dragon Form is going to peel as spatial migration finds Warlord, takes him out with the Violent Requiem, and someone tries to get on out of there. Chibi decimates, doesn't get the reset, kills 1 though. He ends up dropping still to best player 1, and now Zorn has nobody to pull away. He's on the run as Subbot goes for the recall, and the Ohio Brothers will be able to get this inhibitor off the floor. Touched by the Astro Echoes. Oh no, oh no, GB. EB's in the middle of it, his spatial migration actually missing, and then Super Shark takes 1. GB gets the Lord, they're all low. The Netherrealm is out, no more resources as Warlord finds the pick. They try to get on.
Back up, best player 1 is holding it in.
Okay,
they want to fight.
Good. They're going to jump back in, and now Subbot jumps into the middle of it. Beyond Fury is going to be deployed, flickering forward, advancing time. GB gets him regardless. Zia takes out Subbot, and even the Nether is in a lot of trouble. He's got to get out of there. GB lost his immortality. His rise up with the crossbow and tank breaks Mielo, and now they're going to try and muscle it through for the crystal, and they get it, pulling it to a game 3. It's time to get into this game as we break. But let's not forget that Super Shark this time. He did. Dang, real nice Zorn. Now having the flicker on out of there, and it's going to be pumping on the string that locks him down with the help of the follow-up. They are running for the bushes, and they finally secure the kill. Mielo takes out Chibi in the meantime. Hoon's already gone, but now the fight forward with the trying to actually finds his Zorn's in a lot of trouble. He can't get out of there. Time even with Chibi with the heavy spin tries his best. They don't find a return kill in time. His best player now attacking the backlines with the electrifying bleed to the help of Hoon's Heart Guard. They secure the kill onto Zia, and now Subbot late to the fire fight around the turtle. But speaking of which, best player also makes his attempt on the dive as Rizel goes down to Hoon. Good dive, and Subbot tries.
Yeah, it's been alive for 2 minutes now.
Speaking of which, Zorn now getting attacked by the electrifying lockdowns here to make something happen. Subbot tries with a jab, but gets blocked, unfortunately, by Best. Exactly, but look at this rushdown coming up from the side of the Ohio Brothers, right? They're trying to make sure that TOB have the best opportunity, but it looks like best player going to be using his electrifying beats on. The hard guard is being executed as well. Zorn tries to attempt on the Zia side, and Super Shark, he's got him monitored. Here comes best player once again with the electrifying beats on top of Rizel. It's actually getting very, very close. He's so low as they crack open the inhibitor. GB's going to have to try his best to hold on for as long as the inhibitor. It cracks still. No mess being used early. Getting on top of Rizel. He's left alone. it's going to happen all over again as best player takes out Rice.
Just tastes some fun, even in the bottom lane. That's even more!
If the onward lands on towards Orange's side, he's gone! This is it! This might just be it for the Ohio brothers. They're going to fight for the kills, but they're going straight for the Crystal. Sabat looking forward, not going straight to push out the waves. It's too late! It's over! GG! Well played! The representatives of NA bring down Malaysia down to their feet. Ohio brothers, do it! The Ohio brothers!
What's up, everyone? As the next version of Mobile Legends Bang Bang inches ever closer, a lot of great new content will be coming your way. So here's a quick rundown. First up is our new hero, Cece. She's a super energetic yo-yo artist who exudes happiness 24/7. As a gifted performer, Cece loves to make people smile by putting on spectacular shows. Recently, she's been busy preparing her grand debut at Castle Aberline, a dreary place where public performances are banned. Let's hope Cece can lift the spirits of the downtrodden citizens and bring fun back to the city. As a fighter hero with skills that can be used on the move, Cece's forte is locking onto targets at close to medium range and dealing high single-target sustained damage. And with skills designed to show off her vibrant persona, you'll definitely be enchanted by Cece's infectious personality after seeing her in action. Now, with Season 31 just around the corner, and it being the 4th season of the year, we want to remind everyone.
Almost showtime.
A theater troupe?
After 21 years? What's happening? What's going on?
Mom, what's a theater troupe?
Halt! All performances are prohibited in Castle Aberline. No performances! No performances! You there! Answer her!
You guys are invited too!
Stop! No performances! No performances!
Come join the fun!
Hit me like I might kick over, but you can keep me in no corner. I know I can make a comeback, ace this round and finish this game now. Got the power on my shoulders, yeah, you know that I'm a soldier. You can keep me off my guard, but you can't keep me from my honor.
I feel like the floor is higher, the energy's getting higher. You're saving my arms, 'cause I know just what I got. I got you like na na na, and you know I hold the power. This feeling I love.
on to the game, shall reveal. Better than great, that's how we feel.
I feel like the floor is lava. The energy's getting higher. You're saving my arms. 'Cause I know just what I got. I got you like na-na-na. And you know I hold the power. This feeling I know. Oh yeah. Making my grind good to great. So don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, girl. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. Lay our burden, nothing gon' change. Great, we are better than great. If we stand tall and believe we can make it, you and me, with a sense of urgency, you'll see I'm better than great. I'm better than great. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm better than. Making my grind good to great, so don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, girl. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. Lay our burden, nothing gon' change. Great, we are better than great.
Hawk Aerial Assault Unit awaiting orders, TACOM. Caution. I am augmented with experimental military hardware. Delta security clearance is required to view my sub-directives. Optimizing weapon configurations for combat environments. Assessing battlefield conditions. Mission Command has authorized the use of lethal force.
Mom! Dad! The show's gonna start! Welcome, distinguished guests, to today's performance, Origins of the Myth!
Long ago, terrible monsters emerged from the depths and attacked in the night. Just before the village was lost, the Kirin and her kin descended from the Spirit Gate and saved our ancestors. Suddenly, a great evil tore open a rift. The Spirit Beasts sacrificed themselves to seal it, and their essence became Spirit Sand, scattering across the land. Over the next 50 years, Master Khazar taught our ancestors how to harness the power of Spirit Sand. In the Kirin Temple, he proclaimed, "It is time. I can finally shed this loneliness and join my kin. But one day, the Kirin will return. This will lead you to her, and the Spirit Gate shall open."
It's just a fairy tale.
Is that so?
Who's there? Who said that?
You're lonely too, aren't you? Come to the Kirin Tower, and I will lead you to your family.
My family? No way!
see me, you can't see me. It must be here. It has to be. Where is it? I just wanted a family.
Your family is out there. We just have to find them.
Really?
Here. Use the real Kieran Horn and discover your true self. No matter where this journey takes us, I'll be by your side.
Should we look for first?
All right. Hey everybody, welcome to the Season 1 Tier 9 Top 16 tournament now. We are back and we are going to be jumping into these matches. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will be handing it over to our casters for tonight. We have Sep and Zekiel. So welcome to the stream, Sep.
Okay, no, thank you so much, Moonpie. I guess I'll start with the intro this time because she handed over to me. Hey guys, what's up? I'm just Sepulger. I just joined recently. I'm going to be the next biggest caster from South Africa. And today we're going to be having Shinsengumi versus Horde, a crazy matchup between the two teams. I don't know too much about them, but Zekiel, how are you doing?
Hey guys, what's up? Zeke here, thickest caster in North America. You already know who it is. You are right. We've got Horde slotted up against Shinsengumi, a top 5 North American team against a team looking to make a name for themselves. Let's get right into this draft.
Okay, yeah, exactly. We're going to see SSG or Shinsengumi. I think we'll start calling him SSG from here. Going in with the first pick here, going to start off with the Lunox ban. Maybe it might have been a bit of a target ban coming out here, possibly. We don't really see that as a sort of a general ban that comes out too much.
Lunox, definitely a threatening character, and we're seeing the side of Horde going straight into the Alice ban. Again, some of these mages are just so much in their prime right now. Blood Ode pops on top of a team and they'll wipe a whole team out. So I can't say that the Alice or Lunox bans respectively are bad.
Yeah, I mean, Blood Ode with the Blood Ore as well. With that percent damage, you know, Alice, she does like 3,000 damage to Lord with Season Hunter, so definitely just such a crazy amount of damage from the hero. Definitely be a worthwhile ban for the side of the Night Horde there.
Getting right into it, we're waiting to see a ban coming from Jay's side of the house. We're seeing a Lilia ban, another really
mage.
strong mage right now. But I'll tell you what, I do want to start seeing some more jungle bans, especially some of these jungle tanks. You know, characters like Balmids, characters like Fredrin are so well at interjecting themselves right now and controlling the entire pace of a game. I definitely think that they should be looking at prioritizing some of these jungle heroes.
Yeah, and then just talking about these jungle heroes, we should talk about the Barretts. I mean, this hero, at least in the South African server, is such a powerful pick in 5-mans. Just because you can flex it from XP lane and roam possibly sometimes, as well as the jungle, obviously. And that's really been just throwing a curveball into drafting situations such as these ones.
You can give the enemy team about how you want to build and coordinate your team, the greater advantage you keep for yourself. Guinevere being the second ban from Night Horde side of the house. That is a potential flex pick hero that we're talking about. EXP to jungle. Such a strong hero.
And you can't forget about that Gwen roam as well. I think that's what it was mostly played up in M5, was the Guinevere roam. I mean, somebody just figured out, hey, let's just make this hero tanky. And it works really well with the passive. Why not? You've got a long-range stun, basically more reliable than Tigreal. So, I mean, who's going to complain with that? Definitely, again, such a worthwhile ban coming out as well. We're going to see SSG going for the Diggy ban here. Maybe he's starting to draft a bit of a CC-heavy sort of lineup for them to work with themselves.
I definitely expect to see a little bit slower of a moving team coming from the side of SSG because they're not wanting to get slowed down by the Lunox, by the Diggy, by the Lilia. And I think it definitely goes without saying that if they can have or have a draft that isn't interrupted by heroes that are caked up with slowing effects, they're going to be able to more effectively move across the map.
Okay, we're going to see quite a few heroes left in the pool here to work with, and now SSG going to take up the Faramis for themselves, leaving themselves open to maybe a Valentina counter pick. If this was in the South African server, we would have seen a Nolan just being picked up straight away. And
with the Nolan pick available, I definitely think that is a strong possibility. I think, and we do see it right on spot. Beautiful call coming from Sep. I think that the Faramis, I don't even think it was because they wanted to play Faramis. I think they just wanted to show off that brand new Mobile Legends mythic skin.
Hey man, I'm a fan of this mythic skin a little bit here, but I can't help but be a bit disappointed by it. I'm a bit underwhelmed by its effects, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, we're gonna see the Barretts coming out. That's what I was talking about. We're gonna see it maybe gonna be possibly jungling here with that Retribution equipped by Rimu. And carry on top of it as well. Not too sure if I like this carry pick so much. Not that many tanky targets to work with, but maybe going for that, at least in South Africa, where there's a popular build going around, which is this tank carry, which is just so hard to gank, and still has that damage output with the passive of hers.
I don't think that the carry as a pick, honestly, is too big of an issue, because if you look at the pick-off capabilities that come from the Faramis and from the Barats, I definitely think that the carry, I don't know if it would be my ideal pick, but it's definitely a hero that can work within their bounds and still absolutely punish.
Yeah.
On top of that, the turret pushing capabilities that come from a carry are they're unmatched. There's no way around it. That is just a devastating hero to leave alone on a lane.
Yeah, we're gonna see I forgot their name now. We're gonna see the red team. We're gonna take a Claude here with the sprint. I think it's a pretty decent matchup into carry. You know, you can sort of kite around her first skill, make it a bit hard for her to sort of get on top of you, especially with that extra mobility from Claude. And now, gonna see the Valentina being banned out from SSG. It's a pretty wise one, covering themselves with the NetherRealm ban. As well as the Kaja. I think that's also a really good pick into the Faramis, making sure that he can't get the NetherRealm off. So that's a good cover ban from the Knight. Sorry, can you remind me of their name real quick?
Night Horde.
Night Horde, that's the right one, yeah.
That's the
Covering
one.
up themselves there with the Kaja ban.
So I definitely think that the Claude is an interesting pick. I'm not sure if I would slot Sprint on him myself, because whenever you're looking at the damage capability of somebody like Carry, especially who's ideally going to be starting on the same lane as you, I think that the versatility that something like Vengeance would bring would just absolutely shut down Carry, especially when you pair him with that Blazing Duet ultimate. That on top of the Vengeance, I think could potentially just cut down the Carry with no hesitation.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, gonna see SSG. Gonna go for their last ban there. I mean, Night Horde went for that Angela ban, surprisingly. I don't know if it works too well with the Barretts. I think, in my opinion, you sort of need to pick Angela with more of an active mobility hero compared to Barretts. But anyway, we're gonna see CC being banned out. Possibly the first time we're gonna see CC being banned out in this whole tournament. I guess we'll have to ask Moonpie to confirm that. But this hero, what do you think about this CC hero? I think she's nuts.
CC is absolutely a beast. What is it that Kobe Bryant told Kanye West? He said, "Be the same beast, but a different animal." And Kanye said, "I don't know what you're talking about." That's how we feel about CC right now. The CC's a good CC, pops into the match, and is the same beast, but a different animal, and it doesn't make any sense. Moontant, fix it.
If I remember correctly, I don't think Nolan can purge to the ultimate from CC with the fracture. I think that interaction is like similar with the Fanny and Joy matchups, where if you latch onto someone with that CC ultimate, they just simply can't get away from with anything.
It definitely can be something that interrupts the way that you want to play. Really, what it comes down to is I think you can work around it if you have two people on your team who are like moving in the same direction. Is really all it is.
All right, we're going to see actually SSG going to pick up two more tanky heroes for themselves here with the Edith and the Tigreal, making themselves really just, as I said, just so unkillable. And the Nana and the Lapu Lapu in the end for Night Horde. Now, looking at these drafts, Zekiel, who are you favoring to take this matchup in this first game?
Honestly, I really prefer the versatility coming from the Night Horde side of the house. I definitely think that there's a lot of high burst damage and sustain like tanky heroes coming from the side of SSG, but I'm not sure that it's going to be able to effectively do what they want it to do. Granted, I didn't see the Claude picking up the Vengeance, which, may or may not be something that works in their benefit. He popped up with Purify, and the question that's going to come down to is that Purify enough? Because something like the Vengeance, like I said, would counter both the Carry and the Edith. They're two primary sustained damage dealers. But without further ado, welcome into the land of Dawn. Sep, how you feeling?
Man, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see what these teams can show me in terms of what NA Dota is about. It's going to be up to SSG and Night Horde to sort of give me that glimpse into the skill of this region. Just talking about the Claude's Battle Spell real quick again on the same note. I think the Purify is actually a really great pickup, especially since you can purify the gobble up or whatever it's called from the Barretts, as well as obviously the implosion coming out from Tigreal. I think it's possibly almost necessary to pick up in this sort of matchup.
I guess it's going to come down to the beauty of the player, and we're going to see what these guys got in mind. Night Horde is no new team to the scene, and I'm definitely excited to see what they pop off with. We see a lot of presence coming from Mathilda, trying to give good, healthy vision to the Night Horde side of the house, so that way the team can effectively manage where they're going and what they're doing at all times.
Oh, we're going to see the Retribution being taken that little crab monster by feeling fantastic. I love the username, friend. Almost level 4 here. Maybe wants to go for the Lithor here. Might be a great way to maybe start up his early game with that level 4.
Beautiful set coming from Faramis, but pulling Nolan away just in time for him to not effectively be able to doing everything. Waiting for that level 4 to pop in so that way he could drop the Fracture, but doesn't manage to make it do it. And Barrett's not wasting time, decides to leave the fight and get back to farm.
Yeah, remember, not being too aggressive with that level 4 timing for himself. We're going to see Matilda is going to be the one being aggressive here. Maybe going onto this Tigreal a little bit.
Fracture pops, but just not enough damage to really threaten that bots, and he manages to get out of there without taking a whole lot of damage. But I think that Nolan is wanting to start looking to stage up this side of the house's first turtle. I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, there we're going to see that little bit of a movement speed through that river. I mean, both the teams are very equal in gold. It's just going to be Night Horde with a little bit of extra gold for themselves to work with.
Gavin shooting in a little bit premature. Not only did the Night Horde guys secure the first turtle, but they got the first kill coming from that early grab.
Oh, I mean, that's going to be huge already. We're going to see 1,000 gold lead. And on the top lane, I mean, the bottom lane, excuse me, going to see a solo kill coming out from Lapu Lapu onto the Edith. I don't think we see that one too often.
Luke definitely having the advantage earlier game. You know, just Lapu Lapu, in my opinion, being one of the most versatile heroes, is definitely a threat at all stages in the map. And as soon as he gets that Bravest Fighter option, oh man, does he open up options for you. Looks like he wants to wait out, and Edith is looking to punish and make him regret that choice. But Nolan's shooting in, trying to pop up the fracture, shooing him away, hemmed up by Barats. Luke is going to go down. Nolan knows that he's got to get out of there, trying to make his way, you know, downtown. And it looks like he doesn't waste any time, you know, trying to find the next fight.
Yeah, I mean, the Barrett's Ruma doesn't give him any room to sort of use the Bravest Fighter activated abilities with that gobble up, making sure that kill is nice and secured. As we can see, we're gonna. I think that excuse me, Night Horde are making their lead quite visible right now, though, especially with maybe getting a Little Wonder here as well. Oh, they do secure it.
With a 1,000 gold lead, they're not too far. You know, they're by no means are they in a position where they're just, it's a walk in the park. Go in, you know, trying to open up some options for his team, but just a little bit premature. Blazing Duet is going to secure the kill. Oh, it doesn't secure the kill. Nana manages to steal the kill. And,
with a basic attack.
With a basic attack, Faramis saves himself and is going home. He needs some health. 1,000 gold, coming up on 1,500 gold in benefit of Night Horde.
I mean, looking at the items here, we're going to see already the Lightning Truncheon picked up by Nana and skipping out for the boots. Just wants that pure damage already. She's pretty much at the top of the gold here for her team, although Claude just a little bit higher though. Oh, actually, another solo kill by this Lapu Lapu onto this Edith. That's crazy.
Lapu Lapu definitely doing a great job of putting him in his position to control. Mathilda not being exactly where she wants to be. He's going to get a little bit of support from her team. We see Implosion pop, but nobody secures anything. Oh, Mathilda diving in, trying to cause up trouble, but does go down to the Faramis. Blazing Duet does pop up, takes the Faramis out. We see a whole lot of clashing, but not a whole lot of kills. Lapu Lapu takes Tigreal, looking to keep the pressure on the carry, but knowing that that's not going to go in his favor, tries to shoo his way off. Meanwhile, Nolan stays just close enough to make sure that his teammates get home safely.
Oh, I don't know if you caught that 1v1 by Ruma versus Toru, that Barretts versus Claude. It was so close. The Barretts managed to do one last stomp on the ground to finish off the fight. But it was Toru who went down in the end. Quite an unfortunate pickoff. But yeah, Nightshade, they're doing such a good job of controlling these turtle fights, especially with the Circling Eagle coming out from Tolnak on his Matilda, doing a great job of giving vision. We're going to see middle lane here.
And well said, well said. Mathilda's just been doing such a fantastic job of being so, not even, I don't even want to say overly present, but just enough present that they're always giving healthy vision to the team. Fantastic gameplay coming from Toll.
Okay, but the Barrett's at least doing a good job, getting a great kill onto that clause, as I said. He's going to boost his farm up a bit, finishing off the War Axe. Does have the tough boots as well to work with, so he's not getting stunned up at all. That resilience, making sure that stun duration is nice and short. Oh, but actually in the bottom lane, bit of a gank coming out from Night Horde. They might be able to get the tower from this as well, opening up the map for this Lapu Lapu to maybe rotate a little bit more and contribute to these team fights.
I'll tell you what, man, Edith has really got to start winning some of these fights. You know, just these micro plays that are slowly setting them back, you know, 0 and 3 and 1, you know, definitely not the position that they want to be in. Being, you know, almost half of Night Horde's kills, definitely, if they don't start figuring it out, are going to drown out their team.
Another great solo kill by Feeling Fantastic there. Onto this Faramis. He didn't pop the Netherrealm though, so he will have it back up for the next fight. Neither the Purify as well. But actually in the top lane, Circling Eagle. It goes in. Oh, with the Implosion on 2. Oh my, that's a great kill coming out from SSG there. They might want to catch the Matilda as well, but they'll leave her to be her own devices.
Bottom side of the map, we see a whole lot of pressure. We see the whole fight going down on top of the turtle.
Nana.
Oh man. Beautiful secure coming from Night Horde.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was the Nana who managed to secure the turtle for their team. I think the Nolan might have had the retribution on cooldown. Didn't even consume it for that fight. So possibly had a bit of faith in his Nana to work with it. Although I can't remember if Barretts was in that fight to begin with though. So
honestly, man, I don't think I've ever thought that I was going to say it, but I think Nana go Burr. Her basic attack skills have been ripping through things, you know, whether it's securing an objective or, you know, stealing a kill from Claude. Nana's making things happen.
Edith, though, gets caught once again. She's getting killed after kill. They're getting kill after kill for this Lapu Lapu and this Nolan. Just feeding off of her. I mean, she needs to be very careful on her positioning. Not pushing about the lane too far, otherwise she might get caught once again. But actually in the top lane, gonna see a bit of an engagement. And Nana picks up another kill for herself. I mean, this hero is just going crazy.
We see Fracture pop, and they do manage to get a nice secure on the Faramis, trying to put some pressure on top of the Barats. They're getting a beautiful engage under tower, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make it happen. Claude, you know, he thought about it. He thought about it, but decided against it. Barats is not the one that you want to play with. He is so strong, especially with the new patch notes that upgraded the War Axe capabilities. Oh man, Edith finally does it. She gets a kill. Ooh. But not without going down to the Lapu Lapu. We're seeing, oh man, Mathilda just being poured damage on from that carry. They have got to get away from her. I said it in the draft. She is such a strong hero. You do not want to get near her. Otherwise, she will cut you down. And that is exactly what she is doing right here. 1-0 and 3. Not having all of the kills on her team, but having been part of 4 of the 6 kills on the map definitely goes without saying.
Oh man, we're going to see another implosion by Tigreal. A bit more of a team fight here. Oh, mega kill for Lapu Lapu in the end. He might get thrown under the tower. He's going to get it gone on a little bit here, but he wants to keep going. But the Primal Wrath has been committed by Edith, though.
Oh, Lapu Lapu in a bad spot, trying to get out of there, taking a whole lot of damage. Oh man, what is this? Toru tries to make himself his way in and does manage to get a kill on the Edith, but not without dropping himself to the Faramis. With one player up on the field is the side of Shinsengumi to the 3 and Night Horde. Rimu looking at trying to effectively maintain and secure his own buffs, but challenged by Mathilda. Not a great place for them to be. Meanwhile, Nolan does lock down the first Lord of the game.
Okay, that's going to be a great timing for them to pick up Lord right now. They need that extra minion wave sort of HP to sort of maybe knock a few towers down from SSG. I want to talk about what happened to that mid-fight there. The reason that Nolan got killed, actually, was he popped the fracture in the wrong direction. I think they either stunned him up with the second skill, and then he fractured right into the tower, getting knocked up as a follow-up. So he needs to be very careful on how he approaches these fights, using fracture as a resource to get out most of the time, especially with such a heavy stun draft by SSG.
I think you gotta be careful, man, with what you're saying. Night Horde, you know, they're not, by no means are they new to this. So was it a cast of Fracture in the wrong direction or a decoy made to make the enemy team comfortable? Claude ripping through an inner turret, taking the first set of enhanced minions in favor of Night Horde. Whole lot of trouble trying to lock in this second tier tower. Bravest fighter pops. Meanwhile, oh, Faramis, Netherrealm trying to get a nice secure, taking a whole lot of damage from the Barats. Lapu Lapu in trouble. Mathilda does cut down the Tigreal though, and SSG has to retreat. Blazing Duet trying to clean up house right into right into the tower, getting beautiful pressure. They are looking at taking the second inner turret. With 4 players deep, it's going to be hard to stop them.
Ooh. I mean, this Lapu Lapu basically acting as a tank, pretty much. He's been on the front line for so long. He's going to go in once again.
Lapu Lapu has never heard of a team fight. He said he is the team, and if you don't like it, figure it out.
I mean, that was an illegal play right there. He even got out with the help of the guiding winds from Mathilda. He should not have been alive at the end of that. But he still just gets out once again. He's 6-1 and 6 on Luke. Really showing a great performance tonight on this Lapu Lapu. Taking a look at his items, he's going for that for the War Axe. I mean, a lot of fighters these days do like picking up this item just because they do sort of love the sustained sort of fighting potential, and he does enjoy that additional spell amp as well to work with. As well as this Radiant Armor, really good pickup for the Edith and the Faramis. I sense that, yeah, looking at the draft of SSG, they don't have overwhelming amounts of physical damage. The most of the damage is probably coming out from the carry, who does prefer the true damage. And this Edith, obviously, outputting that insane magic damage also is going to be offset again by that Radiant Armor.
Well, that's kind of what we were saying earlier, you know? is that the SSG, they've got some really good heroes, but the question is are they too tanky? Whenever you actually look at the sustained damage capabilities of the team, who do we see? We see Carrie and we see Edith when she pops her ultimate. But outside of that, there really isn't anything.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna see Barretts does have the Guardian helmet though, so he can live in these sustained fights, but I don't know if you want to be sustainable in such quick engagements, you know, even if you have that extra bulkiness. I think the main selling point...
Oh man! Nolan locks in the Luminous Lord. Pulling in, the Big Lord. Daddy is going to just get ready to drill the side of SSG. As long as they can play it safe and move in accordance with the movement of the Lord. They know that the Lord is going to be pushing on that top. So if they can send somebody with it and pressurize the bottom side of the map, that split is going to be so hard with a 9, 10, 11,000 gold deficit from SSG. 11,000 gold is so much. So if they split that team up, if they prevent them from being able to effectively team fight, this might be the last push of the game.
Yeah, that's almost like 4 Blade of Despair's worth in difference. Is that 11,000 gold? We're gonna see the team fight starting out here. Lord charging in the top tower so long though.
Right as we said, man. Right as we said, we did see the pressure coming from the bottom side of the map, and they did manage to capture the enhanced minions. We see Nana knocking down the Edith. Luke taking a whole lot of damage, trying to get a stun up. Does manage to take a Tigreal, but the kill goes to Nana. Go figure. Nana go burr. She is death incarnate. Lord is going to go down, but with that said, Night Horde does manage to secure the third and final inner tower. Enhanced minions on all sides of the map.
Oh, we're gonna see again. Luke is just getting it's enabling this Nana so much to do whatever she wants. I mean, she's got 0 deaths on her hand right now. I mean, listen, guys, is this the new meta that's coming up? I've definitely seen it in South Africa, but this Nana hero, just absolutely crazy.
I don't know who I'm more afraid of, man. Is it Nana or is it Luke? Luke doesn't even need to be Lapu Lap. I don't think this man ever discovered what losing a match is. This man is just so aggressive and so good at being aggressive. It is a threat.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody
he's
put
like
this man in jail.
Yeah. He's like pretending like, hey guys, I'm throwing right now. Like, I'm out of position. Please come and kill me. But no, with the help of the guiding winds from Matilda, he gets out every single time. He's only died 1 time this game, and that was pretty much in laning stage.
He said, oh no, it'd be a real shame if my Nana collects your soul.
Yeah, especially with that Mistbender skin. Absolutely beautiful animations coming out from her. And listen, this AoE stun with Melina is just proving to be so annoying for SSG to work with.
We see Fracture popping, and they do manage to secure a Barat. Definitely, Tigreal goes down to the Blazing Duet damage combination on top of the Lapu bravest fighter. Definitely in their face, definitely ready to put down a set of minions coming in. Edith, she's about to drop out of her ultimate. She's about to take a whole lot of pressure, and I don't think she's ready for it. Fracture pops up on top of the Claude, and Edith does go down for the 30,000th time, and it looks like Night Horde is going to finish the game right there.
Oh man, congratulations to Night Horde taking round 1 of this best of, I assume it's a best of 3. Or a best of 5, I guess we'll have to ask Moonpie to confirm that. But yeah, absolutely dominant performance coming in from Night Horde. With that, a huge gold lead, they were able to secure the victory for themselves. MVP going to your boy Luke. With I mean, it must just be the Luke meta, because if we have a look at the Nana's name, it's La Lucas.
Luke is meta. That is a fact. At this point, Nana is guaranteed to secure your kills, and Luke is there. Doesn't matter what the character is. Legend has it that he was there when the Earth was formed, and he 1v1'd not only an elephant, but the cousin of the elephant, the mammoth, at the same time, and forged Mobile Legends in that moment.
Oh man, but yeah, this Nana hero, man, if you get caught by these stuns, it's really hard, especially since like that early game she had enough kills to sort of build up her items. You don't want to be taking 5-on-5 fights against this team with this Lapu and Nana combo. I mean, looking at this at the draft of Shinsengumi, they sort of had a bit more pick-off sort of centered things. I mean, you have the Barretts for the front line, but all of his skills are pretty much single target.
So yeah, typically whenever you're looking at like pick-off compositions like they had, you typically want to associate that with high burst damage heroes, not sustained damage heroes.
Yeah.
Again, Edith is a strong hero, but when you've also already got a sustained damage hero like Carrie, you need to diversify. Otherwise, like I said before, if they would have slotted something like Vengeance, you could have punished both of those heroes at the exact same time by doing effectively nothing more than you're already doing. Now, in this best of 3 series, Sep, what do you think Shinsengumi has got to do to get their game together for them to be able to not only survive this next match, but win it?
I mean, listen, that Barrett's pick was a great pick. I mean, it had the possibility of flex as well, but we ended up seeing it on the jungle. I mean, as I said, as I was saying, I mean, I really like the pick, but you know, you need a team to play around it. I didn't feel like Shinsengumi was sort of comfortable with, you know, going around this big dinosaur and sort of playing around his skills that much. Sure, there were 1 or 2 good solo kills, but I think you need to sort of all in onto that style. If they're not comfortable with it, I would suggest maybe going for a bit of a team fight sort of oriented sort of a build, or maybe going for like an ultra late game sort of strat with a Sicilian or a Hanabi or something.
Sure. With that being said, we are into the second draft and ban phase of this matchup. First ban coming from the side of Night Horde is a Diggy, and on SSG's side of the house showcased another Alice ban. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, listen, I'm not going to argue with them. This Alice is so scary, man. I've been playing with it and against it in my games. Yeah, it's just unplayable, bro.
So here's a fun little question for you. We see the Mathilda coming up as a ban. Do you think SSG is going to ban off the Lapu?
I mean, listen, that Mr. Luke was popping off completely. He was getting those solo kills on Edith left, right, and center. I think it honestly might be a worthwhile ban for them to pick up. Lapu Lapu in the hands of Luke, definitely a menace. As we're going to see the R-Lot being banned out as well. Maybe they're thinking that the R-Lot might be a counter to the Lapu Lapu. We'll have to see what happens in the first phase of the draft.
We're definitely going to see, but if I were SSG, I definitely would at least consider banning off that Lapu Lapu, because he was definitely on EXP lane shaking what his mama gave him.
You're damn right with that. And then I have the question for you. Are we going to see La 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 Lucas on the Nana again? And is it ban-worthy, possibly?
So, I don't know that I would ever actually call Nana a ban-worthy hero. She's a good hero, but she's extremely situational to be played well. So I definitely think it's going to come down to how does SSG start their ban or start their draft-off series. We are seeing the first pick coming from Night Horde as a Lunox jungle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe she might change her spell. I mean, obviously, it is a bit of a flex pick still. You can play this hero jungle. You can play it gold lane. You can play it mid lane. Definitely a very flexible hero to work with. I mean, and it's pretty hard to draft into it as well. You know, you don't want to pick too tanky. Otherwise, she cuts you down with that percentage HP damage. And then you obviously don't want to be too squishy as well, because then she just blows you up. So it's about playing around her skills rather than playing into it.
Now, I noticed that you said bringing Lunox to the gold lane. I can't speak for everybody, but I do think that I speak for myself and the viewers when I say if I see you bringing Lunox to the gold lane, we're fighting. Straight to the blacklist, man. Straight to the blacklist.
I might be talking on behalf of my SA brothers. We had like a South African meta where everyone was playing Lunox gold lane. It was crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like a blacklist to me. We do see SSG locking in an early Ruby as well as Lilia.
Ooh, I like this. I like these two together. You're gonna see like a really big, not a huge displacement from Ruby. You know, keeping them within the same sort of area and keeping them locked up. Most importantly, to let this Lilia do as much damage as she can, and she will. You know, this the burst damage from Lilia is never to be underestimated.
For sure, especially with Ruby being one of those heroes that is directly affected by the patch notes that came out, benefiting the brute force breastplate, benefiting the war axe, definitely puts her as one of these fighters within her prime. Just like Lapu Lapu, just like Ballman, just like Yuzong, they are extremely powerful heroes right now. So the question is Lilia going to work well enough with the Ruby? And they should if played well, but will they work well enough together for them to effectively lock down what they want to lock down?
Talking about lockdown, we're going to see Lala Lucas going for that Selena. Maybe we're going to see some sick abyssal arrows doing that like 3 to 99 second stun duration coming out from him there. Definitely a strong hero, I would say. Got buffed in a recent patch, or possibly is a core pick right now, not a roamer, with that additional marks being applied to the minion waves so that she can clear it a bit faster than usual.
So I don't know about a roam, but I do think it's very possible that we're going to see Lala Lucas bring Selena to the mid lane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm keen to see that, especially since Lunok's still hovering over that retribution. So definitely a likely possibility as we're going to see the minute.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but Totnak was the roam last game, and Lala Lucas was the mid lane. So I do think that we're going to see, unless they decide to swap it out later, I do think it's very possible that we see this Selena on mid. With that being said, we do see another Minotaur pick.
I think there was a Minotaur last game. Can't really remember, honestly.
Yeah, there was.
Oh right. I mean, I can't say I saw the greatest Minoan Furies coming out from Gawain if he was playing the Minotaur. So maybe it is a bit of a comfort pick for him. He wants to stick with it now that he has a bit more damage with this Lilia compared to the last pickup from them. He's possibly going to feel a bit more comfortable here to work to play around with his team with.
Something that does concern me is I see the SSG heroes picking heroes that synergize with each other really well, but is it too well? And what I mean by too well is, are they giving themselves the opportunity to, say, do things like split push or pick off? They've got a great team fight composition right now, but are they giving themselves what they need to diversify themselves across the map and effectively lock down and steal turrets? Because we see that coming from Night Horde with the Claude, with the Selena, with the Lunox, different heroes that can, not only get into the map and do a whole lot of damage. You talk about Minnow and Fury pops. If Lunox brings out with that brilliance, all of a sudden that invincibility is going to be so nice for her, and she's going to cut down that Minotaur so quickly. And while she's doing that, Selena can pop off with a stun, really help stall out that team, add some burst damage to it as well. Meanwhile, Claude is able to effectively and mobily work his way across the map and steal things. So it really comes down to, what are we going to see from the side of SSG that diversifies themselves? Because if they continue to build the way that they are right now, I'm feeling like Night Horde is pretty much just going to avoid big team fights with them, especially early on in the map, and just punish them for picking a full team fight composition.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we might. It's Toru going for the sprint here. Might switch it up to the Purify once again, especially since there are those two very threatening targets from Minotaur and the Ruby with that long duration CC. Anyway, that's what we're talking about. We need to hear like Beatrix or something to maybe input the damage to follow up on these Minoan Furies and the armor fended coming in from Ruby. Although he's switching around quite a lot. Not sure if he's too decided on what exactly that he wants.
I think he's trying to show off some of these different cool skins he's got, man. I definitely think that he's showing off the 11-11 skins. He's like, hey, I'm that guy. I might not have won the last match, but I'm him.
Mr. Lechon Kawali. I think Lechon means like pig or something in French. So he's pigging out on all these skins and showing them off to the crowd.
I couldn't tell you. I don't speak French.
Okay. All right. I think he's probably going to go with the Beatrix here. Yeah, I really like this, especially with that rocket launcher build. It's going to be really good in these big team fights. That's probably going to happen from the side of SSG.
But again, my concern is that they're going to be too oriented around team fights and be able to not effectively lock down the rest of the map. Because if you're not controlling the map, even if you're winning team fights or fights in general, then it doesn't matter. That's why you see matches where somebody will have half the amount of kills as the other team and still win, because kills don't win the game, map control does.
So I'm feeling a bit split between agreeing with this Franco pick or not. I really like the Franco because it can cancel that Minoan Fury. If you get a flicker while Minotaur is using his ult, you will be able to cancel it. But I'm also a bit split by it because that Bloody Hunt will be cancelled by Ruby's skills, which are constantly just stunning you. So he needs to be very careful about that. And another thing to talk about, if Ruby goes along with this Hulker pick, that's also an amazing pick into Franco with that passive of his. You literally cannot ult this guy because he will instantly cancel it.
So I think I think I disagree. And the reason that I don't hate the Franco pick is because whenever you look at the opportunities of the heroes, right, you were saying that the Ruby, et cetera, are able to counter and work against the Franco, but Franco's not a team fighting hero. He's a pick-off hero. So if they're playing him right, they're going to be using him to bring out the best of the burst damage that is coming from the Lunox, the sustained, fast, quick damage coming from the Claude, but really they're going to be setting up with this Selena to, even with if Selena isn't making her stun shots, just to be able to cut in and do a whole lot of damage and get out. So I definitely think it's an option that opens them up. If you look at their team, right, if you look at Night Horde, you see heroes like Claude and Yuzong who are super mobile. You see high stuns coming from the Selena and the Franco, which open up pick-off capabilities. And then you look at that hero like Lunox, and again, Claude, who are going to have enough sustained damage, but they're going to have sustained physical as well as magic damage, so they're not going to counteract each other, and they're going to be able to effectively and versatilely work across the map. So I don't hate the Franco pick. I definitely think it was very smart. And with that being said, I'm talking too much. And we're not watching enough Mobile Legends.
No, you're fine, man. I definitely agree with you about that. It's going to be whether SSG can make it into a game where they're taking a lot of team fights, and it'll be up to Night Horde to maybe play to their strengths. Make sure that pickoffs are happening all over the map instead of the other way around. Talking about the Franco pick once more, this Halko pick, it counters this Franco so much here. I think it's one of the best matchups into Franco because he's just unable to stun you at any point.
So, I don't think, with that being said, that Night Horde, being a top 5 North American team, having showcased how good they are, on so many different occasions, I don't think that they're ever going to really blindly walk into something. So I feel like if they've got a counter, they're already aware of it. With that being said, it's going to come down to, can they work it?
We're going to see Lala Lucas using that new ability from Selena, giving the marks to the minion wave, allowing her to clear it very, very quickly. She's going to be able to rotate quite nicely here, scouting out the bush with the Abyssal Arrow. I'm a big fan of this Selena pick. It's going to be up to all pretty much skill shots. The Dark Knight falls, though, being committed by Rimurumu.
We see a whole lot of pressure coming from SSG on the bottom side of the map, but they're not able to effectively lock anything down, and they're not really doing anything to shut down the side of Night Horde, because the Night Horde, they had the 2-person presence there, which was enough to shoo off the side of SSG, who ended up, not being able to capture anything, and just managed to have their entire team on one side of the map, which has opened up the ability for Night Horde to start working their magic. Again, that cross-map control is literally what their whole team is about. And that's the one thing that the SSG guys don't have, is a good variety of options in how they can play. It's team fight or die.
Yeah, for sure. And I really like another part of the Selena I really like is going to be those arrows giving vision so that they can set up the fights properly. There's the Abyssal Arrow actually on the top lane, though. Oh, the flame shot.
Beautiful flame shot with a nice, easy secure on Lechon. Beautiful gameplay.
Oh, yeah. But going on to my point here, before the turtle is taken down, is that... excuse me again. We're getting interrupted once again with the flicker bloody hunt from Franco.
Man, oh man, we see a black dragon pops up, getting ready to cut through. This is what Luke does. He makes his presence known. And you know what? Just like SSG, I would have walked away too. I don't want nothing to do, not because with that Yuzong, because it's Luke. And Luke is a threat. He's a menace. He is the Kyle to drywall, man. He's going to punch a hole straight through your team, and you better hope you're not around for it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're going to see actually maybe going onto the bot lane here, onto Oda. He's getting pressured here a bit, but he is a Ruby. He's going to be able to lifesteal through these fights unless they have anti-heal at some point. Talking about this, the Selena, the traps. Talking about a game where it's going to be decided by pickoffs or team fights. Having those traps for vision is going to be able to set them up so nicely, making sure they do take those nice fights for themselves and not walking into one where they think they're probably going to lose in terms of a 5-on-5 sort of situation.
So I do want to harp on the fact that Night Horde's team isn't completely a pick-off team composition. They are a team composition that is versatile. They have pick-off capabilities, but they've also got split pushing capabilities. And because of the Yuzong pick, as soon as he drops that Black Dragon, you have temporary team fighting capabilities that come up, especially when paired with the Blazing Duet effect.
Sorry, yeah, that hook was pretty crazy. I went through the minion wave, but the Lilia luckily did have the Purify to work with there. Bit of a heart stopper for himself right there. But the Bloody Hunt in top lane, though.
Oh, Gawine taking a whole lot of damage, is not happy with that. And we're going to see Night Horde try to flush out the side of SSG, getting a whole lot of damage from the Brilliance on top of the Blazing Duet. They are going to get an easy kill on Lechon.
I mean, Zeke, it's night and day from the last game. We're going to see 4-0 to the side I mean, no, excuse me. It's I got confused with the team positions here. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be day and day. It's not going to be night and day. It's going to be it's still daytime, guys. For Night Horde to be taking another big early game dominance here for themselves. Almost a 4,000 gold lead for them here.
And this is what we were talking about earlier again, with Night Horde being not only, a reputable team, but such a well-versed team and being able to showcase their ability to play the map and manage who they are, being extremely comfortable within their respective playstyles. They are very able to get in and do what they want to do. And that's the biggest thing.
Ooh, a tower dive from Feeling Fantastic onto the Ruby. It's quite a surprising kill for them to get, especially since they don't have the anti-heal to work with just yet. Very impressive performance there. We're going to see a mid lane. Abyssal Arrow lands.
Black Shoe saves Elias. We do see Franco trying to fight to get out of there, popping his Bloody Hunt, but does go down to the Lilia. Selena takes out the Minotaur. Hellcurt not in a great position, taking damage out the kazoo from the Blazing Duet. Held up. Oh, man. And he does go down to the Selena. Beautiful plays coming from Lala Lucas.
Lala Lucas is on point with the aimbot hacks. Getting those abyssal arrows stunned up by some beautiful
Black Dragon pops in, no questions asked, right on top of Beatrix and takes her out of the fight. Just like that, they are not in a great position.
Another
Abyssal Arrow coming up. Lilia popping her black boots just in time for her to survive that, but still taking a bunch of damage from the Lunox. Lunox needing to get out of there, because if not, she's going to give the second kill of the game to SSG.
Oh, there's a good hook from Tottenham, though. Does need to retreat, though. I think SSG definitely are starting to realize that there's no way that they can take these fights by themselves. They need to stick to as 5 here. Otherwise, you're right. I mean, I don't think they have so many split push opportunities with a draft like this.
And that's exactly what I was saying earlier, was they have a team that is so reliant on their ability to team fight that if they get anything less than that, then they will die. And that's why you see a game like this where you're 7 minutes into the match, 8 kills to 2 kills, and you've got a team that's up by 6,000 gold. It's not by fortune, it's not by luck, it's by effectively drafting the map in a way that you are not only comfortable, but effective.
Oh, then we're going to see a decent hook coming out from Ruby there. Maybe gets a kill? Not really. Oh, the Black Dragon Fall goes straight away, though.
Right into it, looking to try to get a set. Does manage to cut down Lilia. Kill goes to Lunox, and they get a nice, easy secondary kill on the Minotaur. And just like that, Claude is looking to set up and take the second tier turret on the, I think it's the gold side of house. Very invasive, coming from the side of Luke and Selena, denying Hellcurt the ability to easily take his red buff. And just like that, we're going to see Night Horde trying to cut him down. And by doing that, they're going to be able to, without really any hard work, shut down the snowballing effects that might come from the side of SSG.
Oh man, it's going to be really rough for SSG to come back into this one, especially since Beatrix, at the top of the net worth for her team, only finishing off the Blade of Despair now. So the damage is just about finished, but I think it's maybe a bit too late at this point. I mean, a lot of Nightshade, people from Nightshade are building a lot of physical defense, although they do secure a kill for themselves, committing quite a lot for it though. Like, that was Minoan Fury and Dark Knight Falls.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's worth it.
Honestly, man, it's Luke we're talking about, so it's got to be worth it. It's
Oh,
got to be
it is
worth it.
Luke.
Luke
It is
has
Luke.
never faced a loss in all of Mobile Legends history. 100% win rate. He's like the Kyrie of EXP lane. That's what we're saying right now. At least he looks like it against Shinsengumi. Super well put together. You know, even if he went down under turret, that's 2 less ultimates that that Shinsengumi has to work with.
Oh, there's an easy. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Turtnack. But there was a person stunned up by an abyssal arrow. I don't know how you missed that hook, my friend.
It's very, very simple. Totnak was taunting them. He was taunting them.
Yeah.
It
He's
was
like,
intentional.
I know you're stunned for like a whole minute, but I'm still gonna miss this hook
Toru
on you.
barely getting out of there, taking a whole lot of damage. Black Dragon has popped, and they are looking to get a nice engagement. Waiting for these minions. I'm not sure that the Black Dragon is going to be able to work the magic that he was hoping for it to make. He can get a stun up here, but is it going to be enough for them to effectively take down? No, it is not. Shinsengumi, beautiful defense.
Oh man, yeah, he's just missing those hooks. Like, yeah, I'm gonna miss
taking
these.
a whole lot of damage. Has to go home.
Oh yeah, but these abyssal arrows definitely on point, doing so much work for them to set up those pickoffs and making sure that they get the key targets from the side of Shinsengumi. We're gonna see another hook attempt, another miss. Unfortunately, it's just a game of fishing at this point.
Wild,
this guy's
wild,
sitting by the
wild.
lake.
As we see a brute force breastplate picked up by Lunox.
Oh, that's a very interesting one. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
We see Lord putting a whole lot of pressure, looking to take the first inner turret, and on top of that, making themselves super well up and in the face of Shinsengumi. Minoan Fury does pop, and it does shoo off the enemy team coming from Night Horde, but they do manage to still secure a kill on the Hellcurt. Brilliance popping up, doing a whole lot of damage. Luke trying to secure some kills, and they do manage to take it. Beatrix, the only person alive. Oh man, Minotaur is up now, but Blazing Duet flipping around and he's all up in the face of the enemy team, and they don't know what to do. It looks like they're just spam recalling in their base, and they're just gonna let it go.
Oh, there's the hook that they need. They go straight away in.
Man, my feelings are hurt.
Oh man, that was some disrespect coming in from Night Horde there, proving their dominance against Shinsengumi. Wow, what a performance!
I hated to see that at a certain point. It definitely felt like Shinsengumi had just gave up, especially in that last part. You know, where it's like, I get it. There was a lot of people there on the base, but all you had to do was clear the minions. So like, even if you die trying to clear the minions, at least you have a chance. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but
man, and
all that aside, beautiful gameplay coming from both the sides of Night Horde and Shinsengumi. 2-0. The win will go to Night Horde. Again, beautiful gameplay. I'm so happy to have been here to be able to see it.
Yeah, me too as well. It's been an absolute pleasure seeing these two teams come together and seeing Night Horde approaching in the top 16, moving forward into the next one. I don't think there'll be another game to answer your question, Mr. Zekiel.
What's up, everyone? As the next version of Mobile Legends Bang Bang inches ever closer, a lot of great new content will be coming your way. So here's a quick rundown. First up is our new hero, Cece. She's a super energetic yo-yo artist who exudes happiness 24/7. As a gifted performer, Cece loves to make people smile by putting on spectacular shows. Recently, she's been busy preparing her grand debut at Castle Aberline, a dreary place where public performances are banned. Let's hope Cece can lift the spirits of the downtrodden citizens and bring fun back to the city. As a fighter hero with skills that can be used on the move, Cece's forte is locking onto targets at close to medium range and dealing high single-target sustained damage. And with skills designed to show off her vibrant persona, you'll definitely be enchanted by Cece's infectious personality after seeing her in action. Now, with Season 31 just around the corner. And it being the 4th season of the year, we want to remind everyone.
Almost showtime.
A theater troupe?
After 21 years? What's happening? What's going on?
Mom, what's a cheetah troop?
Halt! All performances are prohibited in Castle Aberline. No performances! No performances! You there! Answer her!
You guys are invited too!
Stop! No performances! No performances!
Come join the fun!
Hit me like I might get over, but you can give me in no corner. I know I can make a comeback. Ace this round and finish this game now. Got the power on my shoulders. Yeah, you know that I'm a soldier. You can keep me off my guard, but you can't keep me from my honor.
I feel like the floor is lava. The energy's getting higher. You're saving my arms. 'Cause I know just what I got. I got you like na-na-na. And you know I hold the power. This feeling I love. Oh yeah. Making my grind good to great. So don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, girl. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. We are fun, nothing gon' change. Great. We are better than great.
Can't get it great, I'm better than great. I play my own role, I've become the greatest. Transcend myself into this game, yeah. I build a power to dominate fate. Championship mind on top of the week. We start to the game, shout, reveal. Better than great, that's how we feel.
I feel like the floor is lava. The energy's getting higher. You're saving my arms. 'Cause I know just what I got. I got you like na-na-na. And you know I hold the power. This feeling I love. Oh yeah. Making my grind good to great. So don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, girl. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. We are fun, nothing
assault unit awaiting orders, TACOM. Caution. I am augmented with experimental military hardware. Delta security clearance is required to view my sub-directives. Optimizing weapon configuration for combat environment. Assessing battlefield conditions. Mission Command has authorized the use of lethal force.
Terrible monsters emerged from the depths and attacked in the night. Just before the village was lost, the Kirin and her kin descended from the Spirit Gate and saved our ancestors. Suddenly, a great evil tore open a rift. The Spirit Beasts sacrificed themselves to seal it, and their essence became Spirit Sand, scattering across the land. Over the next 50 years, Master Khazar taught our ancestors how to harness the power of Spirit Sand. In the Kirin Temple, he proclaimed, "It is time. I can finally shed this loneliness and join my kin. But one day, the Kirin will return. This will lead you to her, and the Spirit Gate shall open."
It's just a fairy tale.
Is that so?
Who's there? Who said that?
You're lonely too, aren't you? Come to the Kirin Tower, and I will lead you to your family.
My family? No way!
Your family is out there. We just have to find them.
Really?
Here. Use the real Kirin Horn and discover your true self.
Wow! Who should we look for first?
That's up to you. Just lead the way.
When you are not seeing those big names, I mean, let's not forget that they have to face off against BTK as well as Avalon in one of the bigger upsets later on when they got through the upper brackets. And that's the beauty of the upper brackets as we start moving into the drafting phase, hoping we'll be making it into the knockout stage as we go into game number 1. Welcome to game number 1. Welcome everybody to our first best of 3, day number 2 here at the M5 World Championship group stage.
Now in the really bad position. Right now, Sao going up against Tree. Not looking very good. Is this going to be first blood? First blood for Super Shark.
Ooh, that was nice.
Zia already having to use a shutdown for Milo. Double kill for Milo. He gets taken down. Finds Zia. Minu and Fury connecting. And Zia is going to get focused now. He's still surviving. I spoke too soon. He Boba secures the kill. And now Milo gets Sao. He has to get out Harvey as well. They're fighting back. The Ohio brothers are doing it. They get Boba as well. This work for a big Halo goes in. He finds Harvey. And Harvey, he's trying to get away, but he goes down. Best player secures the kill. Sao as well. Double kills for best player. Magister survived because of Sunset Lover. The immortality pop. And best player secures the Lord.
Okay. Let's just count. This is the first Fanny game in the M5 series. I'm actually so excited to see what can best player 1 do.
So best player finds Harvey. Harvey, can you run away from this situation? Looks like he cannot. First one for best player 1. Finding Magister is gonna get saved.
They should be able to secure this turtle, no problem whatsoever.
Milo is choosing for this situation. Zia is just re-hitting onto Sao. Sao is trying to survive, but Zia knocks him down. There goes his special migration onto Milo. Milo is very, very low, but looking at Super Shark going back, and Milo goes back in. And the Minotaur tries to help his teammate out, but Harvey gets taken down. Who gets a double kill on the Sunset Lover? And now Magister has to run away. Zia gets the kill spree. Zia flickers forward. He finds Magister. He gets a double from this bull. But look at Sao. Sao gets taken down by Super Shark. But as of right now, Magister secures the board. And Milo looks like he wants to go for it. He wants Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba is going to get taken down by Milo. And now best player 1 gets Harvey.
All right. Good recovery.
And now Zia is still alive. Sunset Lover moves in 3. Horde is still alive. Unstoppable for Zia. And for the Buffalo, Milo goes back in. And now monster kill for Zia. This is the Ohio Brothers game. They can end this, and they do. We're going to game number 3.
The confidence is the key for team. The Ohio Brothers right now, they have found their own rhythm.
A lot of damage here. Towards the bull lane that they're going to start first. But they locked in the Horde.
Either ways, we're jumping into the 3rd game of this best of 3. Who will win it out? Will the Ohio Brothers bring fame and glory to NA? Or will Deals Folk show ECA is here to play? To do really anything, and Milo gets taken down by Harvey. Best player 1 has to exit as well. He goes back in, but Zia gets the kill. But Zia super low. Best player 1 gets Harvey, and now flying up. Not really enough to get a kill, but enough to secure a turtle.
Ooh, some dangerous stuff. Zia was playing off.
And now best player dives in. Harvey, there's nowhere for you to go, and Zia gets the kill. Ooh, and from the backside is making sure that best player has a way to get up. Kid Bomba flickers forward. Sunset Lover gets killed.
No,
Hoon,
what?
I saw that, Hoon. I saw that killing spree for Zia. Hoon. Right now, Super Shark is looking at Sao and looks like Milo goes in. He already forces out Sunset Lover. Nowhere free to go. Zia gets the kill. The Ohio brothers, they're attacking at two different angles. He just hate them either way. And now best player gets two. And then Milo follows up. Sao was there, but was it too late? Hoon from the backside. And Milo gets pulled back into the fray. Harvey gets the kill. Super Shark finds Magister. Best player one. You didn't get a target. Best player one gets pulled back as well. Zia gets a kill onto Harvey. Now Sunset Lover gets a kill onto best player one. And Zia, you're taking a little bit too much damage. You have to.
You want to melt it down.
Okay, Milo, you're taking a little bit too much damage. The lore hurts right now. Best player one. Spatial migration onto Magister. And Hoon is able to hit the Mystic Gush. Now the immortality is up. Hoon gets a kill. But King Bomba is out pushing. The minions doing work. Best player one gets two. But Sawa again denies the crowd control. But Hoon gets a kill onto Carvey. And now looks like a mistake coming in from this Volt. They're playing a little bit too much. And now looks like Kid Bomba is going to get taken down. But the minions is pushing. Good thing for them to actually win that fight. If not, could have been over. And in way too soon, gets taken down. Magister secures the Lord, and Super Shark is going to get taken down. Same as Hoon. Carvey secures the kill, and now Zia trying to 1v5. He gets Sao, but that's all he's going to get. Sao! Got that crystal. This best of three. What a series!
What a series. What an interesting. Initially, game 1 and game 2 were looking like a mirror matchup, but here in game number 3, we have Dale's Ball taking it away. 30 minutes, pushing it.
We gotta go into the draft. I'm excited. What kind of game are we watching here? Is it gonna be more setup? Is it gonna be more catch? Give it.
Yeah, this is the game that we will see who's gonna be and who's gonna stay and who's gonna, I'm not gonna say go home, but will face trouble. But he will be,
gonna be zoned by Milo, able to catch Nail. Unsure whether he got the buff or not. He did, and best player one survived, but no purple buff for him. Right now, Nail is there. Look goes in front. Milo tries to re-engage, and best player one gets taken down by Milo in the middle of it all. Double kill for Market Fan, but the Lord marching in. The Ohio brothers are trying their very best. Marky survives again. Shark gets taken down. The Ohio brothers loses the first game.
Ohio brothers, a lot of questions and a lot of answers are demanded to be given in the next game.
It's now or never. TOB has to win this one. If not, 90% not going to the knockouts. Good luck to both teams. We're going into the land of dawn. Out first blood for Luke. And that's what Luke wants. He doesn't care if he goes down. Milo jumps in with the Black Dragon form, but Nail able to secure the turtle for himself. Beloyski has to run away. But look at the boy killing best player one, getting a double kill. Beloyski is all alone. Beloyski is trying to run away, but Milo drops it down. Now Marky, if no one's gonna stop him, he's gonna get this turret. Best player one goes in front. The Mystic Projectile hits onto Zia, and now Mystic Gush on the best player one. A boy's gonna get engaged on Milo with the Black Dragon form. Finds a boy. Boy, the backline, but looks like Team Ohio brothers are doing it. Beloyski is low. Marky goes back in with the Blazing Red. Finds Zia. Will Zia go down? Zia still coming back. Luke! Luke is there. Gets Zia. All alone, taking quite a lot of damage. And best player one wants it, but Milo gets him. He goes in front, finds Milo. Milo's going very low. Manu and Fury from Hoon. Zia gets the kill on to Luke. Nail still secures the Lord. That they need to know. This is how you deal with Dick. You kill it before it becomes a problem. Now, the Ohio brothers, they're doing their very best to protect their base. The Lord is marching down bottom. Zia has to go in front. Zia is gonna get chased down. Hoon goes down to Marky, blazing the wet by this claw. Unstoppable killing spree by Luke. Game goes over to Kick Fam.
We're about to see one of these teams either win the game and maybe help another. Maybe they get a point to prove that their region is in.
And also Super Shark decided to take Petrify here. The Retribution coming down pretty hot from best player one. This is making it really awkward in these first couple engages. The Rifts are good enough, and G double for the mid laner of the homeboys. Looking for a trade. Mielo has come down all the way from the top side to help Horde. Ohio Brothers move away as Mielo getting attacked by two on the top side. Shibi looking for the opportunity, but that vengeance is going to keep him alive through the electrifying beats. Mielo still taking them on one by one. Somebody needs to take him out. Regeneration keeps him alive. Mielo walks away. Shibi is not going to let him go. Leon Missile is good enough, but no! It's going to be the Molten Sight! Mielo 2v1 successful!
That's why we call him the GOAT of NA. TOP! Make it chaotic and go for dives.
Up on the top side, once again, the petrify from Super Shark. This is so obnoxious.
Really hate Sia, man. But now,
Warlord unable to get out of there.
He's actually double aiding as well.
Petrify.
Yep. This is so obnoxious. Just the fact that Super Shark is getting away with this, but it's effective. You have to admit it is effective. The Super Shark gets punished. They break open the bottom inhibitor, but here it comes. Salmon Force as well being dropped. Subbot is down. Mid inhibitor is already down as the top side is going to get attacked. Warlord might be in some trouble unless he uses that Nether Realm as Mielo runs him down and actually secures the kill before so. Disrespect.
Great, can't get it great. I'm better than great. I play my own role. I've become the greatest. Transcend myself into this game, yeah. I build a power to dominate fate. Championship mind, no time for the weak. We start to the game, shall reveal. Better than great, that's how we feel.
I feel like a floor is lava. The energy's getting higher. You're saving my arms. Cause I know just what I got. I got you like na-na-na. And you know I hold the power. This feeling I love. Oh yeah. Making my grind good to great. So don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, girl. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. Lay our burden, nothing gon' change. Great, we are better than great. If we stand tall and believe we can make it, you and me, with a sense of urgency, you'll see I'm better than great. I'm better than great. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm better than. Making my grind good to great, so don't stand in my way. Standing tall and I won't fall over. We are better than great, girl. We are better than great. We stand tall, won't run away. Lay our burden, nothing gon' change. Great, we are better than great.
Hawk Aerial Assault Unit awaiting orders, TACOM. Caution. I am augmented with experimental military hardware. Delta security clearance is required to view my sub-directives. Optimizing weapon configurations for combat environments. Assessing battlefield conditions. Mission Command has authorized the use of lethal force.
terrible monsters emerged from the depths and attacked in the night. Just before the village was lost, the Kirin and her kin descended from the Spirit Gate and saved our ancestors. Suddenly, a great evil tore open a rift. The Spirit Beasts sacrificed themselves to seal it, and their essence became spirit sand, scattering across the land. Over the next 50 years, Master Khazar taught our ancestors how to harness the power of spirit sand. In the Kirin Temple, he proclaimed, "It is time. I can finally shed this loneliness and join my kin. But one day, the Kirin will return. This will lead you to her, and the Spirit Gate shall open."
It's just a fairy tale.
Is that so?
Who's there? Who said that?
You're lonely too, aren't you? Come to the Kirin Tower, and I will lead you to your family.
My family? No way! Found you. You can't see me, you can't see me. Must be here. It has to be. Where is it? I just wanted a family.
Your family is out there. We just have to find them.
Really?
Here. Use the real Kirin Horde and discover your true self. No matter where this journey takes us, I'll be by your side.
Should we look for first?
That's up to you. Just lead the way.
off against BTK, as well as Avalon in one of the bigger upsets later on when they got through the upper brackets. And that's the beauty of the upper brackets as we start moving into the drafting phase, hoping that these two teams will be making it into the knockout stage as we go into game number 1. Welcome to game number 1. Welcome everybody to our first best of 3, day number 2 here at the S5 World Championship group stage.
Now the really bad position.
Right now, Saul going up against Tree. Not looking very good. Is this going to be first blood? First blood for Super Shark.
Ooh, that was nice.
Sia already having to use a shutdown for Milo. Double kill for Milo. He gets taken down. Finds Sia. Minu and Fury connecting. And Sia is going to get focused now. He's still surviving. I spoke too soon. Bomba secures the kill. And now Milo gets Sao. He has to get out Harvey as well. They're fighting back. The Ohio brothers are doing it. They get Bomba as well. This work for a big. Milo goes in. He finds Harvey. And Harvey, he's trying to get away, but he goes down. Best player secures the kill. Sao as well. Double kill for best player. Magistrate survived because of Sunset Lover. The immortality pop. And best player secures the Lord.
Okay. Let's just count. This is the first Fanny game in the M5 series. I'm actually so excited to see what can best player 1 do.
So best player finds Harvey. Harvey, can you run away from this situation? Looks like he cannot. First blood for best player 1. Mighty Magister is gonna get saved.
They should be able to secure this turtle, no problem whatsoever.
Look, the two tank over this situation. Sia is just re-hitting onto Sao. Sao is trying to survive, but Sia knocks him down. Here goes his special migration onto Milo. Milo is very, very low, but looking at Superstar going back, and Milo goes back in. And the Minotaur tries to help his teammate out, but Harvey gets taken down. Who gets a double kill on the Sunset Lover? And now Magister has to run away. Sia gets the kill spree. Sia flickers forward. He finds Magister. He gets a double from this bull. But look at Saul. Saul gets taken down by Superstar. But as of right now, Magister secures the board. And Milo looks like he wants to go for it. He wants Kid Bomba. Kid Bomba is going to get taken down by Milo. And now best player 1 gets Harvey.
All right. Good recovery.
And now Sia is still alive. Sunset Lover moves in 3. Who is still alive? Unstoppable for Sia. And for the Bomba, Milo goes back in. And now monster kill for Sia. This is the Ohio Brothers game. They can end this, and they do. We're going to game number 3.
The confidence is the key for team. The Ohio brothers right now, they have found their own rhythm.
A lot of damage here towards the bull lane that they're going to start first. But they locked in the Gord.
Either ways, we're jumping into the 3rd game of this best of 3. Who will win it out? Will the Ohio brothers bring fame and glory to NA? Or will Deal's Folk show ECA is here to play? To do really anything, and Milo gets taken down by Harvey. Best player 1 has to exit as well. He goes back in, but Sia gets the kill. But Sia super low. Best player 1 gets Harvey, and now flying up. Not really enough to get a kill, but enough to secure a turtle.
Woo, some dangerous stuff. Zia was playing off
and down. Best player dives in. Harvey, there's nowhere for you to go, and Zia gets the kill. Ooh, and from the backside is making sure that best player has a way to get up. Get Bomba flickers forward. Sunset Lover gets killed.
No,
Hood, I saw that, Hood. I saw that killing spree for Zia. Hood. Right now, Super Shark is looking at Sao and looks like Milo goes in. He already forces out Sunset Lover. Nowhere for you to go. Zia gets the kill. The Ohio brothers, they're attacking at 2 different angles. He just hate them either way. And now best player gets 2. And then Milo follows up. Sao was there, but was it too late? Home from the backside. And Milo gets pulled back into the fray. Harvey gets the kill. Super Shark finds Magister. Best player 1. You didn't get a target. Best player 1 gets pulled back as well. Zia gets a kill onto Harvey. Now Sunset Lover gets a kill onto best player 1. And Zia, you're taking a little bit too much damage. You have to.
You want to melt it down.
Okay, Milo, you're taking a little bit too much damage. The lore hurts right now. Best player 1, spatial migration onto Magister, and Hoon is able to hit the Mystic Gush. Now the immortality is up. Hoon gets a kill, but King Bomba is out pushing. The minions doing work. Best player 1 gets
2. Just briefly, Team Ace won what?
All right.
One of the most.
Hi everybody. So we are back, season 1 season 1 tier 9 top 16. We are going to be jumping into the next match. It is Team Ace versus Sevior Hydra, and of course we have our amazing casters here again with us. We have Sepulger and Zekiel here, so we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Hey guys, welcome back. What a match we got here. We got Team Ace showing up ready to play, dude. So excited to see them, especially at knowing that, I think they won one of the most recent tournaments that the Tier 9 guys had. So I'm extremely excited to see them playing again tonight against the Sevior Hydra. How are you feeling today, Sep?
I mean, listen, when I'm hearing a name like Sevior Hydra, dude, I'm scared. That is a great name, I must say.
I think it's racist.
Is it seriously? Oh, damn. I mean, as a South African, I'm not too inclined on these sort of things. But anyway, we're gonna see.
It's scary.
Okay. Okay, it looks like my computer has this frozen, but I think.
So we're seeing a Diggy band coming straight out from the Sevior Hydra side of house. Mobile Wolf getting the first ban coming up on the on Team Ace, wondering what he's going to pick, wondering if we're going to see another Guinevere ban. You know, we're seeing a lot of Guinevere bans, a lot of Nolan bans, a lot of these flex heroes, and I definitely think it would be in his best interest to lock in one of those to start. Again, Nolan having such a strong snowball capability, especially in comparison to all the other jungles at the moment, but he does decide to lock in a Mathilda ban.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we saw just earlier tonight, we saw one of the members of Team Night Horde, I believe. I can't remember their name again, but they were using it to such avail. They were saving your boy Luke so many times, this Lapu Lapu out of position, and he was being saved by the Guiding Winds. And yeah, I think the hero is very, very strong, still ban worthy, especially in the hands of the right players.
Yeah, as a roaming character, I feel like Mathilda, especially within the past couple of months, has just really been within her prime, and she's such an effective tool for teams to utilize. We are going to see a Harith ban coming from the side of Sevior. How are you feeling about that? We're seeing a lot of different bans today.
Well, starting with the Diggy ban, I mean, we saw that last game where, you ban this Diggy out and then you pick an overwhelming amount of CC. It's a pretty decent strategy. It seemed to work out quite well. Talk about the Harith ban. I haven't really seen that one much at all, even in my own server. It's an interesting one. Might be a focus ban onto someone from Team Ace. The hero is pretty strong, especially in the mid lane. You can really snowball with it. And the new spell vamp sort of passive has proven itself to be quite strong as well.
Yeah, somebody like Harith, dude, definitely super effective, especially all of these different items that they have nowadays to really enhance the effects of the basic attack to follow a skill. It just makes him such a threat. But I've seen a lot of really good like jungle Hariths, surprisingly. I'm not surprised to see the Angela ban being a hero that was, they actually nerfed her to make her less effective in her ability to clear minions, but she's still so strong that she is just a viable ban for most team compositions.
Yeah, I mean, the Angela with the Flask of the Oasis, I'm pretty sure you rush it on most, even if you're playing it mid lane, you just rush that item. It works so well with the Heart Guard, just to make that insane save, even alongside any sort of anti-heal that the enemy has, you still get about half HP shields that just turn a team fight completely, or maybe a pick-off situation. Anyway, we're going to see another recurring theme here. We're going to see the Alice being banned out. Again, that hero is a bit too overpowered, I might argue. But, okay, there we go. We're going to see the Nolan being first picked by Team Sevior Hydra.
I told you. Nolan, such a threatening entity. Definitely a lot of teams are going to be geared towards, trying to capture him if he's not banned out.
I will choose my own.
Just how he gave his daughter daddy issues, giving the rest of them.
Does decide to up Kobe to lock in that early Arlet. And it looks like they're showing off a Hayabusa. Definitely could be a good response to the Nolan. But let's hope that by picking a Hayabusa so early, if they do decide to lock him in, let's hope that it doesn't allow Hydra to adjust.
Okay. Possibly not the Hayabusa here. They're just going to lock in the Faramis, keeping it nice and safe. I think it is a bit risky to lock in the Hayabusa in such an early state of the draft. Although, yes, as you said, it is a really good matchup into Nolan. He can't land those dimensional rifts onto like a very mobile target. And obviously, the Shadow Ogi kill is going to keep him going to be a really good tool against Nolan as well, since he can't hit you while that's happening. The Faramis...
Ezra showcasing the Granger skin. Granted, we know at this point that he's probably not gonna lock in, but that is like the worst skin in the whole game. One of the few heroes with an elite skin that is worse than the basic skin.
True. I was thinking the same thing. Like, damn, this guy's flexing up a skin. There is my favorite hero in the game. I'm very keen to see Mobile Wolf with got joy in his hands. We're very keen to see how he plays it. What are your thoughts on this hero?
I'm hoping that he finds the joy he was looking for in picking this hero.
Yeah.
We do see a Minotaur ban. Definitely makes sense. They don't want the Joy's going to want to mitigate as much CC capability as possible, because if you get your hands on that Joy, you're going to be able to shut her down. I do think that I do think that Hydra's team might have the ability to try to slow him down a little bit, but being such a fast-paced hero Joy is, I'm not seeing a whole lot yet for them to effectively lock it down. Like, they can slow it down, but they don't have that capture entity yet.
Mm-hmm. There's a bit of a anti-synergy between Joy and Faramis. You know, when you're dashing with the rhythm of Joy, you know, if he pops that Netherrealm and you lose your HP bar and you get stunned up, it can actually cancel your combo and leave you in a precarious position. So the team on Team Ace, they need to be very careful about how they play around these big team fights and making sure that interaction doesn't happen as often as they might hope it not to be.
For sure. And Ezra locked in the Terizla. You know, I'm definitely excited to see him put in some work. Again, Terizla with the War Axe, you know, we said it earlier, how strong those items are right now. He's definitely one of those characters that we saw in the past couple of games, absolutely punishing and effectively creating enough space that he was able to keep the enemy entire team from diving in and contesting the objectives.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to see Lilia being obviously. I don't think we talked too much about the Lilia here so far. I think it's nice into the Faramis. You know, you can. I think in M5 they brought up the fact that, you know, with that burst AOE damage that Lilia has, it can remove the effects of Netherrealm quite quickly. So we might see a bit of that interaction coming out as well. As for that R-Lot, I really do like it into Nolan as well. It's a sort of a CC that's not so easy to dodge with Fracture. So I'm quite a big fan of the R-Lot pick into Nolan as well. As we see the Ixia being picked up by Team Ace on top of that.
Yeah, Ixia is definitely an interesting pick. I know, I personally, I really like seeing Ixia's paired with Mathilda, because I think the full barrage pulled into it is really funny to watch.
Yeah.
But it looks like Hydra's gonna respond with the recently re-released carry skin, epic skin. You know, it looks good. I think it looks better than it did.
Yeah, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the skin in general. I mean, even with the rework of the skin, it's okay. It's a fine skin.
I do think it looks better though.
Yeah. Oh, there is a nice skin. That's probably the Kufra collector skin. And talking about Kufra, it is a very nice Kufra game here. Can shut down that Joy if you get right on top of her, stopping those Rhythm of Joy dashes, as well as the R-Lot as well, stopping anything happening from his side.
So coming to a close on these teams, I mean, Team Ace has one more character to showcase. How are you feeling about these team compositions so far? Who do you think really has the advantage coming into this match?
Ooh, I must say, I just think that Team Sevior Hydra just has a bit more makes a bit more sense of a draft. You know, you've got your assassin, you've got your AoE damage from Lilia, you've got your sets from Kufra and Terizla. It's just going to be up to carry to sort of deal enough damage to make sure that those sets work out. I feel like Team Ace, their draft is just a little bit messy. Sure, they have a little bit of set potential with the R-Lot Final Slash and the Wild Charge, but I feel like Ixia is just a bit scared of maybe getting jumped by this Nolan, and it's going to be up to this Faramis to maybe save her in those situations.
I do think I also favor the Sevior Hydra's team composition. I think the amount of burst damage as well as AoE, the slowing effects, all of the above, I definitely think work well with each other. But again, Team Ace, they've shown to be successful in the past games, so I'm really interested in seeing how they're gonna, procure a win with this, because their team composition is a little bit on the countered side coming into this match. But nonetheless, again, we find ourselves in downtown Chicago, getting ready for a gunfight.
If that's what you want to call the land of dawn these days, then I'm all for it, man. Okay, going straight away into game one of this best of three between Team Ace and Team Sevior Hydra. As we said before, I think we prefer just the lineup of Sevior Hydra makes a bit more sense. As I said, I'm a big fan of the Kufra. It does Team Ace does have quite a lot of dashes to work with, so it's going to be up to the Kufra to make those proper sets for themselves in this game.
With that being said, I do think Team Ace has a very mobile team, and I think if they can avoid those big team interactions that involve that Kufra and can expand themselves effectively across the map, I think the map pressure that they can keep might be enough for them to control the area.
And Joy, being a snowball hero as she is, if she does get those early ganks, then she can really just snowball out of control. Maybe not even having to go into the fights with her dashes. She'll be able to do enough damage with just her ulti. That's sort of the ideal position that you want as this hero.
I'll tell you what, man, the Team Ace, the teamwork is just so nice to see. We could see that the Joy was working on the red buff, and Kufra tried to dive in, but the presence of the Grok was enough to shoo him away and keep his Joy safe and allow them to effectively secure the first buff.
Yeah, for sure. The little one had been taken already by Team Sevior Hydra, so a bit of an advantage for the jungler of their side. I mean, he hit level 4 before the Joy as well. It's just seeing a bit of a snowball potential from him. I think both teams, yeah, very snowbally. I can't really tell you which team I prefer in the late game, because they sort of are a bit equal in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, I think the question comes down to simply, who do you think wins late game, Joy or Nolan?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, they're pretty much on par in that regard. Anyway, we're going to see these turtles started off so far by this Nolan. It's going to be up to this Grok to sort of mess around with it. He's providing really good, just being an annoying nuisance on this front line so far, but he might get punished for it.
Oh, and he just barely gets saved by the Netherrealm.
Ooh.
Joy does manage to secure it, but oh man, a whole lot of pressure coming from Motion. Ezra trying to shoo them off, but just a little too far out. Kufra taking a whole lot of damage, but does manage to see his way out also.
That Grok definitely made all the difference in that fight. They used a lot of resources to try and maybe snipe that kill just before the turtle fight. But Faramus even then had the backup with the Netherrealm. So even if it all went south, there was still that backup potential.
Yeah, definitely got saved by that Faramus.
Had to make a flicker for it though. So that's a resource down for Team Ace that they're not going to have just for another few seconds. But now it's going to be up to Team Ace to keep the advantage up. They have a little bit of a gold lead. So
really liking the playstyle coming from Grok. Really just, bush checking all the bushes, making sure that his team is safe and sound, and keeping Kufra out of the fight so that way they can do exactly what they just did and just wreak havoc on top of carry. They didn't take the tower, but they did take an early kill, and those small wins will add up.
Yeah, I mean, Ixia not afraid to just use that full barrage just to get the kill for himself. In this early sort of game state, it's all you want to do with this Ixia, just get as much farm as possible.
Terizala in a really bad spot, getting hemmed up. Oh man, and he does go down to the Joy, giving him a whole lot of extra gold. Fracture did pop, but it wasn't enough to secure anything. Mobile Wolf, being extremely invasive, gets the Fracture popped on top of him, but with just enough health for himself to effectively get away, while Grok doing what Grok does, showing face, showing out, and keeping his friends safe. Because the power of friendship is the strongest thing in the land of Dawn.
That's quite a good showcase of a bit of an advantage in terms of the matchup between Nolan and Joy, and maybe not in the late game, but at the moment, Nolan has the capability with those short-range dashes. I mean, those short cooldown dashes to dodge the rhythm of Joy dashes, and then once you miss a dash on Joy, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, for sure. Joy is a very calculated hero. Definitely very difficult to play, but if you can play and you can play well, you can absolutely punish.
Great final slash from all out, but the magic shoes does save this Lilia for now as the turtle gets started up.
Super invasive on this buff. Faramis tried to pull Kufra out. Kufra is taking some damage. Arlet trying to get on top of him, but is going to get away from it. Meanwhile, Ezra trying to get up a whole lot of damage. Tyrant's Fury pops up, but no secures on anyone. Kobe, again, taking that damage. Full slash, gets set up. Full barrage, pops out, while Nolan takes the turtle. Kufra drops.
Oh man, that was a sick turtle steal by this Nolan. I mean, the Joy had it under control there with her team frontlining for her. Had all the keys to sort of make it a clean setup for her, but Nolan just comes there and snatches it.
Yeah, beautiful gameplay. Beautiful gameplay from the side of Hydra. Even though they are falling behind at 3,000 gold deficit on the 5-minute and 30-second mark. Beautiful gameplay, which allows them to continue the game.
Yeah, okay, we're going to see a bit of a ganky on the top lane. I don't think it might be a bit unsuccessful. But going back to that beautiful gameplay, I mean, we saw that beautiful 3-man Tyrant's Rage. It just set them up so well in order to make space for that Nolan to steal the turtle. It'd be great, sort of, you can tell that these teams are definitely talking to each other and making sure that those sort of plays happen.
These guys definitely made it into the comms and don't have each other muted. That is for sure.
Yeah. Okay, bit of a gank being set up here. This Grok doing a great job of just being so annoying here. He does need to be quite careful of being bursted though, but he's not going to be that scared when he has this Faramis right next to him. And I mean, look, I mean, Team Hydra, they're just stuck. They can't really do anything across the map because they've got these two annoying blue men in their face.
Blue men in their face. Beautiful, beautiful set by Kufra, getting some really good damage off on the Grok. But again, Grok having the Nether Realm to protect him. That Faramis really on spot. Fracture popping up. Motion fighting for his life. He got it from the ocean? He does not. Goes down to Lilia. Nip taking a little bit of damage, having to pop her black shoes. Kufra does drop to the Faramis. A whole lot going on. Fracture flying across the room, trying to secure the kill, and Carrie does manage to get it. Carrie gets the kill on Joy, and just like that, Faramis follows.
Oh, beautiful team fight executed by Sevior Hydra. Oh, I mean, they finally managed to get this annoying Grok on motion, and it really paid off. Once he's gone, and the team fights just become so much easier.
If you take a second to look at the items, we see a Thunder Belt popping up on top of the Brute Force breastplate on Carrie. Man. Are we seeing a tank Carrie?
I mean, that's the South African special, man. We've been seeing it so much in South African server with this tank carry. It's impossible to gank, it's impossible to kill, and it still has the damage output with that passive, which just depends on the enemy's HP instead of your attack damage.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm definitely excited to see what Hydra pulls with this carry. They definitely are making sure that they're keeping themselves in the game, and even though they started off a little bit sluggish, they're just enough in the match to deal damage. We see Kufra trying to get in there. Terizala pops the penalty zone, but on top of Faramis's Nether Realm, we see, oh man, Arlet pops the final slash and gets cut down by the full barrage of Ixia. Motion trying to get out of there as fast as he can, looking to keep pressure, is the side of Team Ace, knowing if they can hem up this carry, they can potentially take the second tier turret on the mid lane.
Oh, it was that fight was all just Arlot and the Ixia together there. Arlot being such a great front line in order to keep the enemies in the right position for that full barrage to head out. She did commit the flicker as well, but it paid off in the end, just cleaning them up with that huge amounts of damage. I mean, she's got the items to back it up at this point. She's got this Sea Halberd, and I mean, you pick up the Sea Halberd versus this tanky carry. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. So smart are both of these teams. Granted, Team Ace does have a 4,000 gold lead. You can tell by the movements of Sevior Hydra that they are not new to this. They are doing their best to make good sets and making the most of these good sets, allowing them to continue to capture and challenge objectives And even if they're in a deficit right now, those objectives will long-term set themselves up for success. Arlet getting a final slash, trying to get them set up, but Netherrealm pops up. Joy does manage to cut down the Nolan. Carry knocks. Oh man, Carry drops as well. That is not good. Oh man, Joy wreaking havoc.
Oh man, look at that Starlium scythe item pickup by Joy. It's doing so much work in these fights. It's all good, well and good to build some magic resist against Joy, but once she builds that Starlium scythe, you know, that true damage is going to start hitting, and it hits hard with this hero.
I'll tell you what, man, a good Joy hits different. It hits different, and just like that, starting to take an unchallenged First Lord of the map.
It's going to be an uphill battle for Sevior Hydra at this point. Nolan finishing off the end of this battle, though. He might have enough damage to maybe blow up this Ixia, but at this point, she's very fat, and she has just so much save on her team. You know, when she gets gone on by this Nolan, the Grok's going to be there to just knock him up with the Wild Charge, and as well as another layer of protection with this Netherrealm.
I'll tell you what, though, it's going to be so hard to effectively get your hands on top of that Ixia when you've got somebody like Kobe QT who is doing such a good job of making good sets with the Arlet. When he pops that final slash, the entire team feels it, and getting close to that Ixia becomes a really trivial thing.
It's just going to be up to your boy K-Ram TZ. You know, give it another one of those beautiful Tyrant's Rage sets. It's going to be the game changer in this sort of game, I believe. As you can see, a bit of a high ground slash. The final slash misses.
We're seeing a whole lot of pressure coming from the side of Team Ace, but it might be a little bit premature, being that they don't have the Lord there yet. So the Lord's going to hit, but they don't have any minions hitting at the exact same time. If they can delay it just a second, they can at least have the middle lane hitting at the same time, so that way they can split that pressure up and try to take a first inner turret. Netherrealm pops, whole lot of damage coming from that penalty zone. Arlet, final sweep, Ixia, full barrage, reaping up a whole lot of damage. Ezra does cut down the Faramis.
Oh, man.
Ixia takes down the Terizla. The Lord has somehow managed to keep himself alive. Right now, it's just Nolan, just Carry, against a 4-man comp coming from Team Ace.
Team Ace, like, overextending just a little bit there. They didn't need to stay that long. They do lose motion in a payment, but in the end, they do get the bottom tower, opening up the map for them, making this high ground siege just a little bit easier. But this tank carry seeming to put out some decent damage output. I'm a bit concerned about their damage output late game, though, because, you know, if Team Ace, they do build a bit of defense on all of their heroes, I don't think they have enough follow-up damage on the side of Team Sevior Hydra to deal with it.
I'll tell you what, though, if Team Ace continues to play the way that they have played and keeps making small correctments to how they're penetrating that inner Nexus base, they definitely could finish this game soon. And I do think that it's keen to say that they will need to, although they've got about a 8,000 gold lead at the moment. That gold lead can very quickly be diminished at this point in the game. All it takes is losing 1 or 2 big team fights.
Mobile Wolf leading on the net worth by quite a significant margin here. 10,000 gold, pretty much. That's more than double the amount of Kufra has. So she's going to be... she's basically at her prime here with this Joy. And then I think they need to be a bit careful. They need to respect the late game coming up from Carry. So they're looking to maybe end this quite as soon as possible.
We do see a whole lot of pressure coming from the side of Team Ace, trying to give Joy just enough time to take this unchallenged Luminous Lord. And I definitely think it's a smart idea coming from the side of Team Ace, especially with the advantage. Joy does manage to secure it. Full barrage, comes up, kills the Kufra, kills the Terizla. Now we've got Lord making his way down the map with a 3-man team to try to stop the 5-man grouping with a 11,000 gold lead. And just like that, Carry's dropped and Nips dropped, and it's just Nolan. It's just Nolan. What can he do? Nada. No man left alive. Pressure from Team Ace. First round victory.
Congratulations, Team Ace, for the first round of victory, as you said. I mean, that tank Carry, man. She just got blown up, even though she's going basically full tank build. I didn't even see her leave this world. She was just gone.
Hydra played really, really well, but for the first time in forever, Team Ace showed up ready. They said, we don't really care who you pick. We're picking who we want to pick, and you can do your best to adjust and shut us down. Because at the end of the day, we all main joy here.
True. I mean, your point stands very correct there. I would say, yeah, Team Ace definitely were the ones who were counted. They just seem to outplay them just in these little micro or these decisions that they made from Team Ace were so wise, making sure that the front line was properly accounted for with this Grok and Faramis duo.
What's the phrase? Micro outplays make for macro outplays.
Yeah.
If you win the small fights, it's going to allow you to win the big fights. Because everybody, especially in the North American scene, every time they see somebody, they think, "Oh, I need to fight them right now." Or if we cross eyes, they act like it's a Pokemon game, man. Like you make eye contact with somebody and you gotta be in a Pokemon battle. That's just not the case in Mobile Legends.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, we're going to jump in straight into the next game here. Going to have Team Ace with the first pick this time. Going straight into the bans. Are there any sort of heroes that you think need to be banned out, just judging by the last game and the team's performances with them?
Man, either the Ixia or the Arlet has got to go. That combination was just so much to try to deal with that I do feel like if they wouldn't have been punished so many times early on by those two hero combinations, that they might have actually caught enough wind, because we saw Sevior Hydra playing well, but they just weren't winning those small fights. And those two heroes had a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's all. It's not all about just stuns when it comes to Ixia. It's just about having someone there to absorb the bodies and making sure that they come in here and just get close together. Anyway, we're going to see a barrage of bans coming out here. We're going to see Tigreal and Barrett's for the side of Team Ace. Two very interesting bans, I must say. Very stun heavy. And then we're going to just see a pretty simple ban of the Alice coming out from Sevior Hydra.
For sure. What kind of bans do you think we're going to be seeing coming from Sevior Hydra coming up?
So they definitely need to be a bit wary of that Faramis. It could be banned out. It seemed to work with the playstyle for Team Ace very, very well. They could maybe lock that out for them. Or, if they think that this Joy is a bit too comfortable, Mobile Wolf feels a bit too comfortable with this Joy hero, they might consider banning that out as well. But they're going to go for the other that cat person, and ban the Harith out once again.
The other cat person. Everybody knows cat people are the devil. I'm just kidding. Harith, we love you. We love you. That's it. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Yeah, those cat ears definitely don't look like devil horns, man.
This is Moontown's first notice. Give him a devil skin.
True.
Give him a.
Okay, Angela being banned out. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. North Americans love banning the Angela because she is still such an effective hero, and you can play her. Being that you could play her on a mid, it really opens up your roaming capabilities. So, like, you could run an Angela on top of a Mathilda. You can run let's say you ran a boosted alpha. Right, let's say you've got a Heart Guard popped on an alpha being led around by the Mathilda. You definitely have a dangerous hero right there.
A very popular combo that we've seen in M5 and all of the other things is the Diggy and the Faramis, and it just pays homage to any sort of these duo support saves. You can just have two saves in a team, and you can make it really work.
Just as I said, Mathilda, man, that is the first pick coming from Team Ace.
Hey, man, that Mathilda. It's a bit scary, It's definitely, it just allows a lot more sort of playmaking potential to happen. It's going to be
sure.
Whenever
you look at the support heroes and roam heroes that exist at the moment, right now Mathilda is her. She's that girl. What's that new song, the ITGIRL? I am that. That's her right now.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about there, but yes, that is her. That is her. Okay. Gonna see it's on the side of Sevior Hydra. They pick up the R-Lot. It's snatched away from. Oh no, excuse. Yeah, no, that's gonna be Sevior Hydra with the R-Lot. So that's gonna be snatched away from Team Ace, and then you're gonna have the Lunox for a bit for the damage. I like it, but maybe not in jungle just yet. We'll have to see if she flexes it or not.
Again, some of those jungle Lunoxes are just so strong. I remember it was just the other day I went across one inside of I think it was a ranked game, and I just remember being so surprised by the fast burst magic damage that was coming from them. Like, I saw them and just like that I was dead. So I definitely think it's a strong hero, and they're definitely capable of jungling if used by the right person. With that being said, paired with the Arlet and potentially a Faramis, so far against the Mathilda, the Yuzong, and the Beatrix, we're seeing a lot more damage capabilities coming from the Team Ace side of house, but their characters don't line up as well as at least I would want them to against the Sevior Hydras. But again, you know, we favored the Sevior Hydras composition last game, but we saw how that worked out for them.
Yeah, I mean, they still struggled against all of the members. That, I mean, it was down to just individual skill at that point, you know. They were just outplaying them in every single turn, every single fight. They were just maneuvering around them so well. We're going to see a very wise decision by Sevior Hydra here. They take up the Faramis. Immediately, they get rid of that Valentina. They don't want anything else to happen from that hero, especially since there is also the final slash to steal as well.
Absolutely. Valentina is a good ban. Absolutely. I think right now the Team Ace is really looking for something to capitalize. Right now they still have their jungle and their mid lane wide open. So the question is what are they going to add to this recipe to create a recipe for disaster?
I really like this Wan ban. It makes a lot of sense here, especially against a hero like Beatrix, who is quite dependent on a lot of skill shots. And, you know, if you're placing a hero like Wan, you're never going to be able to hit a lot of those skill shots in those situations. As well as against the Yuzong, you know, you go in with that Petrify and third skill knock up, and it just gets purged by that second skill from Wan. So I really like that ban here. It covers a lot of the weaknesses of Team Ace.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that the Team Ace side of the house definitely has a really explosive wide range team so far, even still having two heroes left to pick. Again, with the mobility coming from the Yuzong and from the Mathilda, she definitely opens up things. We definitely see a team that could have that Yuzong paired with, let's say, a tankier jungle, just really opening up fights.
Hey man, I'm a big fan of full damage Yuzong. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me.
What?
that thing is fun, dude. A lot of people don't know that if the more physical attack you have on Yuzong, the more HP you get from your ulti. So that's okay, but I know it's not that great. It's just a personal little take on Yuzong I like to do. Anyway,
I don't know, man. Me personally, I like having a Yuzong that's alive. I don't care if he's wearing magic damage boots on all 6 items. You know, as long as he's making it work, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to see the Lilia being banned out. Quite a wise ban from Team Sevior Hydra here. The Lilia is going to be bursting down people through that nether realm quite quickly, making its effects not as useful as when without it. So a great ban there. Maybe picking up an Irithel here. I really like it. That's a sort of what I was talking about with the Wan. It's just a sort of a hero that's not very easy to catch and can dodge the skill shots from the Beatrix, can dodge the Yuzong skills as well.
Odette is being shown by the side of Team Ace. What an interesting hero selection, especially knowing that the Faramis is going to have the pick-off capability, that final slash is available on the Arlet, and then on top of that, all the mobility coming from Irithel. I feel like Odette could really be left open.
Yeah, obviously with the new changes to Odette, with the CC immunity with her ult, it is quite a threat because they don't have that many ways to cancel. Although they switched up to the Kadita, which I quite like here. You know, kill the Faramis before he can ult, and that would be a great option.
And they do go with the Odette just to show Seb
but
doesn't know what he's talking.
I don't know what I'm talking about, man. Mr. Sky over there, he's baiting me. I mean, he's
playing with your feelings. It seems like.
Oh, that's exactly what I was talking about. If they pick up Minotaur here, there'll be a great pickup because they need a bit more access to the knock-up status effect in order to cancel the Swan Song. Obviously, suppression from Franco might do that as well. But then we need to maybe talk about this Fanny pick. Now, that's quite a spicy one.
I think it depends. So, Fannies are super make or break for teams. They're either really good or really not, especially if you're in solo queue.
Yeah, for sure.
With that being said, I'm not seeing a whole lot of heroes on the I'm not really seeing a whole lot of heroes on the map that are going to be able to effectively stop her. But one good set from the Arlet really could do it for the Fanny. So it really comes down to how fast-fingered is Mobile Wolf.
I mean, he did a really good performance on Joy last game, so I don't think we have much reason to doubt his Fanny performance to maybe come up here. Anyway, I guess it's time to ask the sort of question about what sort of draft do you prefer in this sort of matchup?
Man, I still really like the Sevior Hydra composition, but I do think that the Team Ace one is really unique in itself, and like I said, it still has so many capabilities. The Team Ace has done such a good job in having a team that is capable of just fitting different slots. Again, if they want to pick off, they can. If they want to split push, they can. If they want to team fight a little bit, they have that. One of the big things that I like about Team Ace is they showcase so well one of my favorite expressions. One of my favorite expressions is this: a meta comfort pick is better than a comfort pick is better than a meta pick. Now, what does that mean? That means if a character is meta and you play them, awesome. That is going to be better than anything else. But outside of that, your comfort picks are better picks than meta picks within reason.
Yeah.
Because if no matter how good a hero is, if you can't play them well, then that hero is not useful for your team.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the things that I think Team Ace was really showing off, maybe without intentionally showing it off. They said, hey, even though our team isn't what you would consider to be meta or even fundamentally better, because of how we play and because of our experience and our trust in each other, we can make it happen. Merc's taking a whole lot of damage coming from an early invasion from Fanny and their side of the map. Really going to take the opportunity to slow down the development of Mercs.
Oh man, Mercs, that was catastrophic sort of engagement for him here. He loses his red buff. He allows his Fanny to get it as well. He's level 5 right now. It's going to be a 2-level difference in jungle.
Definitely scary. Definitely scary because we're looking at over a 1,000 gold lead, almost on the 2-minute mark. I mean, if that's not a setup for snowballing, I don't know what is.
It's going to be all eyes on Mobile Wolf this game. And as the turtle spawns, we might see him rotating with those cables. Yeah, I mean, Fanny, definitely one of the big snowball heroes, as you were saying, has the Fury Hammer completed as well. So now, I'm looking at the draft of Sevior Hydra. They have quite a lot of squishies to be careful of from this burst physical damage coming on from Fanny.
We're seeing a very invasive Fanny. Maybe diving a little bit too deep. Team showing up just in time to save her. Odette Swansong ripping it up. Black Dragon popped in. He's trying to get that easy secure on the Minotaur, and it looks like he's going to get it, doing a whole lot of damage. Oh, Mercs just barely getting out of there alive. Oh, so thankful they didn't drop that second time, because if they would have, that 2 deaths within the 3-minute time frame as a jungle is so detrimental.
Hey man, I don't know about you, and I feel like Team Sevior Hydra had the same reaction as me. I was just looking at that Irithel, I mean at that Odette skin, man. I was just like, damn, that's a pretty effect. And then everyone just like took a millisecond to appreciate it. Like, wow.
Wow.
So that's some pay to win stuff right there. Well played.
I love the gameplay. I love the gameplay really quick coming from Motion. The really invasive personality, the really, you know, just slowing down the effective build coming from the Lunox. Because of the way that Mathilda plays as Arome, that, you know, I really do believe that it opens up so many opportunities for their team.
Yeah, and especially with a team that does lack a little bit of mobility. Oh, actually, Fanny gets a clean kill into this Irithel. Oh, and
Lunox taking a whole lot of damage. Fanny deciding to get out of there. Can't say I blame her for that. Don't want to be present when that Lunox and Minotaur show up, especially as a Fanny low on energy.
But as I was saying, like with the team of Team Ace, they have, besides the Fanny, all of them don't really have that much mobility, and the Matilda really allows them to make some sort of interesting plays, like especially when the Yu Zhong would go in or something.
Oh, final slash comes up. Odette Swan to double up on it, taking a whole lot of damage. Oh my, Lunox getting 1, 2 kills. Yuzong goes down, but Fanny does manage to secure a kill for herself on the Minotaur. But man, that did not go in the direction. That did not go in the direction we thought it was going to. We were expecting the we were really expecting the the red team to just go in there and just hem things up, and they started off winning it so well, but it just all went so bad so fast.
Yeah, I mean, Minotaur basically had a perfect set there, as well as the R-Lot, but they still managed to convert it from Team Ace into a not so bad trade for themselves. Oh, again, with this Fanny. I mean, she's getting these amazing kills for herself.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And just like that, we are going to see Mathilda doing what Mathilda does on the opposite side of the map, being invasive, disrupting some of the creeps, putting them in a position where they're forced to reset. And as they're resetting, even though it's not a whole lot of time, that extra 1 or 2 seconds that they're resetting does allow Fanny to go, you know, spend that time working on something that's actually going to develop her character. And you can see that in the stats pool, why Fanny Mobile Wolf has 1,000 gold lead on Mercs, the Lunox.
Oh man, and that's especially detrimental with a hero like Lunox. You know, it has that burst potential. I mean, you can't really expect to know when Fanny is going to be coming at you. And when you get a really farmed Fanny, she can blow you up by the time before you use the other thing. Oh, then we're going to see a bit of an interaction between the two heroes.
I'll tell you what, that beautiful play coming from Odette, that swan song popped off so perfect, getting a whole bunch of damage off on that Arlet, just for that guiding wind to come from the Mathilda, and just like it was there, it was over there, just ripping up damage.
I mean, that was a bit of a flex, if I may say so myself. You know, hey, we know about this cool interaction. We're even going to feed on top of it.
Kobe looks like he's trying to set the stage for a turtle capture. Mobile Wolf picking up when he's putting down, starting to make his way, rotating over there, keeping his eyes open on all of the vision that the Mathilda is providing. We see Mercs definitely a little bit interested. Ezra definitely a little bit interested. Fanny recapping on all of their energy. They managed to get a nice reset on it, and we are about to see a showdown on top of the turtle.
I mean, Ezra QT, he's waiting for that flicker to be off cooldown, looking for a great final slash alongside it. And he's been doing some really great final slashes so far, so it's going to be up to him and the Minotaur to make the sets that they really need to come back into this game.
Oh, we do see Odette Swansong coming up, but instantly getting shut down. Fanny trying to collect some kills. Black Dragon has popped, looking for a nice knock-up. Arlet does drop the Mathilda. Kobe in a little bit of trouble, and he does drop to the Lunox. This is going to allow a nice, easy capture for Mercs.
Oh man, it's just a bit of throw after throw coming out from Team Ace there. They need to be very careful on how they approach the rest of this game. Otherwise, they could just have an easy win out their reach.
So granted, although they are 2 kills behind, it is still worth taking into account that they are 2,000 gold ahead. And they do have a positive push on all portions of the map. So all they really have to do at this point is keep their heads calm, breathe it out, and find their way to each other across the map.
I think it's time for them to, you know, all the memes with the Odette and the guiding winds. It's time to put that aside just for now. Make it short. Use it when it's only necessary.
Final Slash pops up, getting an easy kill on the Odette. Just because you mentioned her name, she died. All your fault. Mercs popping Brilliance to survive the heavy cutthroat coming from the Fanny. Mathilda trying to get a nice set. Black Dragon pops in. Beautiful damage coming from Beatrix, getting a nice easy kill. Arlet trying to get a set to protect his team, does manage to take down the U-Zone.
Oh, another great final slash by
Faramis. Oh man, Faramis secured the Mathilda. Definitely a tough spot for them. Fanny trying to be invasive in there, but so hard to, in a 1v4 situation, decides to run for the hills.
Oh man, Ezra QT with these final slashes definitely turning the team fights in the favor of Sevior Hydra. He's been winning them fights basically by himself, allowing his Minotaur to come in as a follow-up and keeping them locked down.
Oh man, what a gank was that. Mobile Wolf just ripped a hole through Irithil, just cut the feet off of the cat and put her in the dirt.
Oh man, as I said, we're really starting to see that insane amount of burst damage that Fanny can do once she's ahead. She does have this trio of penetration items at her disposal. So,
Mathilda just barely getting out of a bad spot. Arlet dropped his final slash, but to no avail, whiffs. Minotaur pops the Minoan Fury, does manage to hem up motion. Oh, Sky in a bad spot, trying to keep himself safe. We do see the Black Dragon popped, trying to be invasive, trying to hem up that Mercs, trying to get up that damage. Is he going to do it? It doesn't look like he will. Guiding Wind outside of it. Arlet getting the final slash, and they've re-engaged under the turret. Beatrix knocks down the Faramis, knocks down the Minotaur. Brilliance radiating through. Mercs does take a kill, but not without going down herself to the Beatrix. Ezra on the run, cut down. Faramis pops the Netherrealm just in time to save Irithil, but Fanny says no.
Oh, I don't know if you realize, but that was a savage coming in from Beatrix.
Beautiful.
I mean, I don't know how many savages we've had in this tournament so far, but amazing performance by this Beatrix, using the lifesteal to even fight through the Netherrealm provided by KNPP. Still managed to live through that one. And as well as a savage, talking about this YZ, this Kobe, landed a beautiful 5-man stun with that third skill of his. So now, all of a sudden, Team Ace are just showing themselves that they can bring this game back into their favor.
So I don't want to say it was ever outside of their favor. They still got a 3,000 gold lead, and they have managed to maintain a healthy gold lead over the Hydra guys. But the match isn't over yet because they have been losing their team fights. So if they don't start putting these fights together, they're going to start losing the map. We do see Fanny being extremely invasive, trying to trickle off some damage and feather her down. Ezra taking a whole lot of damage, and it looks like they just in time to not get cut down. Netherrealms pops, Black Dragon in the face of them. Beatrix knocks down the Arlet. Lunox pop downs the Odette. Oh man, beautiful set from Kobe, but will it be enough? K-Ram does make it out of there. Beatrix has to dip. She has to get out of there. But it does go down to the Lunox. Fanny looking to make the secure in a really bad spot. Has to get out of there. Doesn't manage to secure the extra kills and drops under tower. All 5 members of Team Ace have dropped 15 to 20, 36,000 gold to a now 36,000 gold even playing field.
Oh man, Fanny got a bit greedy there, trying to finish off the Lunox kill, but the Brilliance had us nice and safe, getting caught up by the Faramis in the end.
So tough, man. So tough, especially knowing that the Lord was up and you had enhanced minions, but the entire team wiped out just in time for you to not be able to actually do anything with it.
Merc's definitely showing the strengths of this Lunox here. I mean, she had to man fight that Beatrix, making sure that she didn't get another Savage once again, and then obviously showing that immunity by the Brilliance against the Fanny. Definitely not such a bad pick in the end.
I'll tell you what, man, nothing hurts more than getting a Savage and losing a game.
True. So it's now the pressure all the way onto max win. You know,
What's
I
that?
guess
What's
he can't
that
hear you.
song? What's that song? Under pressure. That's how Beatrix feels right now. Ezra trying to keep his lane clear. You know, can't say I blame him, but he needs to be careful and he needs to watch out because Kobe is looking at getting under his skin. Fanny being super aggressive downrange on the map just to maintain or try to capture the enemy team's blue, purple buffs. Yuzong gets a beautiful set. Black Dragon has popped. They're looking at spreading out, but Kobe taking a whole lot of damage, needs to land fast.
Ooh, look at that Fanny doing so much work.
With
The
a
final
beautiful
slash.
sweat goes down to Fanny. Faramis has the Netherrealm popped and it's run out. They're out of time. Kobe needs to get out of there fast, and he doesn't do it fast enough, and both him and the Mathilda drop. Fanny looking to clean up, does secure 1 kill, looking to secure a 2nd kill. Beatrix takes the Faramis.
And the other way around as well. 1-for-1 trade by the Beatrix and the Faramis. But looking at this, looking at the Motion and Mobile Wolf, they seem to be in such good sync together. You know, Mobile Wolf was chilling in the bush, preparing his ulti there, waiting for Fanny to show up, and they still managed to get a few kills. Especially onto Mercs, who's been such a menace in these recent fights with a big amount of burst damage.
So although we are seeing really good team fights coming from the side of Hydra, they've still not managed to capture any towers on the map. They've gotten pretty close on the one, but they need to do a better job of maintaining the map if they want to take this win. Catching this Luminous Lord would definitely be a huge win for them. But they have to prioritize these micro moves. You know, that's what we were saying before. Micro plays make macro plays. And if they can win all of these big fights that they want, but if they're not winning the small fights across the map, they're going to lose the game. Let's see if they can take all of the pressure that they've been putting, stack it on the Lord, and give themselves something to work with.
It's going to be up to KRAM TZ to be that annoying frontline nuisance. And he needs to be here. As we're going to see, Eartha actually goes in with the ult quite early.
And it does look like they're going to get in there. And Lunox does manage to take it in. Black Dragon does pop in. But is it going to be enough? Netherrealm buffing out the damage. Swan Song trying to clean up. Kobe digging deep to try to grab literally anything at all. Mercs does drop to Fanny of all heroes. Kobe not in a good position. Does go down.
Kobe, yeah, I mean, he's been a really good asset for Team Ace so far, but he's starting to reach his critical mass here. He's starting to get completely blown up by the burst damage sorted by Team Sevior Hydra. Fanny not being able to clean up as much as he really wants to. I mean, that kill on Mercs again was really beautiful, but they do have to give up the Lord for that sort of a type of engagement there.
I'm definitely liking how they are defensively playing against this Lord. You know, we see Beatrix putting some pressure, cutting down the Lord, no real issue. Meanwhile, we see Fanny on the top lane, making sure that they're not, you know, easily capturing any turrets for free.
Oh man!
It does look like they're gonna finally get the that mid tower. Fanny's gonna try to be invasive, but isn't. Does manage using Cutthroat to secure a kill. Black Dragon's popped up. Ezra QT goes down. Are they gonna manage to hem up Mercs and this Irithil? They're gonna try. Beatrix goes down. Fanny super invasive, but Netherrealm pops. They are safe, making their way down.
Oh man, I mean, Netherrealm has been a very big asset for Team Sevior Hydra so far.
Obi really not in a great position. Does go down as well. 2 heroes up left on the side of Team Ace to 3 on Team Hydra. Trying to get a quick kill on that Lunox, just couldn't make it happen.
She's been, I mean, this Mercs has been using that brilliance to such avail, but using it absolutely beautifully. Now, this Minotaur finally picks up the Antique Rust, so maybe under less threat from Fanny to sort of keep bursting him. I mean, she has been doing so, surprisingly, with that Malefic Roar.
So I really want to know, man. I really want to know, what do you think these teams have to do to effectively end the game at this point? Because both teams are stretching this out. We see equal team fights going pretty much across the map. Both teams are really weathering the storm. What do you think has to happen for a winner to be decided right now?
So I've been seeing a bit of a theme for Team Ace is that they've been sort of, like, as you've been saying, they've been sort of losing team fights just for a little bit here, but they're only winning team fights after this Fanny goes in and cleans up. I don't really see them winning outside of that as a team fight, but starting here, it's Irithel that gets blown up first.
NetherRealm pops. Black Dragon gets a beautiful set, taking a whole lot of damage from that Odette, getting 2 kills. Oh man, they are not in a great spot right now. Ezra, open and dreaming and wishing, and Kobe trying to bring him back to reality, but that's a whole lot of damage coming from Ezra. Can they weather him out? It looks like they might, but will it be before that Faramis shows back up? Ezra goes down, but he's back in the loop. Oh, Kobe in trouble.
They've been fighting for so long, no one's dead yet.
These guys are really going at it.
Man, no one's died yet, I think.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's just 2 frontline sustained heroes. You know, Yuzhong's constantly healing with that passive as his, and as well as the Arlot healing through his second skill. So, I mean, that fight just went on for so long.
Yeah, it's not often that we see 2 heroes playing patty cake on the EXP lane.
I was going to see Lord spawned out. I think... oh, actually, Arlot.
Looking for a big fight. We see Kobe trying to be invasive, trying to get a nice setup, but Faramis showing up. Black Dragon has to pop so he can safely get out of there. Otherwise, he was going to get overwhelmed. Motion trying to be there to give enough vision to allow them the time to effectively make their way back into this. But with Kobe not going to be having full access to his Black Dragon, without that set, is really going to be punished. Odette does go down to the Arlet. And Yuzong goes down as well. Oh man. 2 heroes up to defend against the entire enemy team. Fanny being super invasive, trying to cut through this Faramis, does manage to do it, takes an inner turret, but trying to make her way back home before, and she does go down. 2 mercs. 1 hero left, 20 seconds to defend the line. I do think that Fanny bought them enough time, pushing that mid lane for the team to come back alive. So props to Mobile Wolf for that. If not for that presence on that mid lane, I do think that the Hydra guys would have been able to march it down lane.
Well, I mean, they're looking to maybe march it down with the Lord here, although Irithel has a bit of other plans going for this Matilda. But in the end, Lord will march down, and it's going to be the evolved. If Team Hydra can stay near it, they do get that extra damage reduction for the Lord and that extra damage on hit to work with as it charges the middle tower.
Having the strengthened goblins coming down the field, especially with that Lord, dad, if you will, just trying to make his presence known, trying to take that inner turret. Irithel causing up a storm. Oh man, NetherRealm getting a beautiful save. Black Dragon popped up, trying to secure something, especially with that NetherRealm being down, trying to get in there, trying to get a beautiful setup, does manage to cut down the Arlet. And Beatrix takes down Lunox, and takes down Minotaur, and they take down Irithel, and just like that, Team Ace is looking to make a move.
I mean, just as you said, the Beatrix, with that pressure of getting the Savage early in the game, is pretty much not allowed to lose this game, otherwise that shame of losing a game with a Savage. So they're going to maybe look to end this right now. I think they should be able to do it.
They have to. Just sitting and waiting with this Hydra guys right now at this point is just such a bad idea. They need to take this turret if they want to win. I mean, and it looks like they're going to do it. Team Ace, by the skin of their teeth, capturing the second match. 2-0 against Sevior Hydra. How are you feeling?
Oh, I mean, after a game like that, I'm just a bit confused. I mean, I think I was very keen for the reverse sweep from Sevior Hydra. They were making amazing sets. Ezra QT with great final slashes and the follow-up from KRMTZ. But Mobile Wolf, a bit greedy in the middle of the game, going for those exciting, deep kills, getting punished a bit, but managing to bring it back. Goes 10-2-10 with the MVP medal. And so very well played to Mobile Wolf for the MVP, and well done to Max Win for getting a Savage on his Beatrix.
True that. Congratulations. You don't see a whole lot of Savages, especially within tournament settings. Definitely great gameplay coming from both sides of the house. Sevior showing off that, they're right there with him. And even though they took the L today, 0-2 against the likes of Team Ace, they still made themselves look good. Like, nobody can take that away from them. That second game especially was so well played. I feel like all of us were on the edge of our seats. Nobody knew what was going to happen. And all it took was one good team fight from Team Ace to really end it. Slowly was Sevior Hydra making their way upfield and capturing the map.
Mm-hmm.
But that one team fight was all it took. Team Ace locks themselves in to move forward.
Okay. Well, I think we'll pass it back to Moonpie whenever she's ready to end the stream. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I think that's where we'll end the stream. Congratulations once again to Team Ace. And I think, is there any sort of update for how the next sort of games will go?
Okay, guys.
All of that information is going to be put out as soon as possible from Moonpie in the T9 tournament server.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody if you're listening, stay tuned. You're going to find out everything. I know we got some matches going on right now on a different host. So I think the winners of that are really going to help decide what goes where.
Yeah. So the other matches have already ended.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I guess we're just filling here.
Okay,
but yeah,
I'm back.
Thanks.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I was talking through the stream, but I didn't realize I was muted through the Discord. So I was like, why are they ignoring me? So I am here.
Man,
Sorry, the casters couldn't hear me, guys. So congratulations to Team Ace winning 2-0. They have secured their spot for top 8. So the other matches that were going on, it looks like Melon and 4 Dogs won. So I need to update the bracket. But tomorrow we will have more top 16 matches. So make sure to tune in 8 p.m. Eastern. I also want to thank our casters for tonight. Of course, we had Sepulger and Zekiel for giving us some awesome casting and entertainment tonight. Definitely making the stream so much better to watch. So, thank you guys. If you have any other extra final words, you can go ahead and say it now. And if not,
I got it here, guys. So, hey, guys, for those of you who don't know me, Zeke here. I just wanted to say you guys don't do drugs.
Okay.
Sending
a
positive
on a
message.
bit more of a on a bit more of a sentimental message. Thank you, guys, for tuning in. Obviously, I'm a bit new here. It's great to be maybe possibly a part of this new community here, coming from South Africa. We're just trying to make it big at some point. Trying to get out the country and make ourselves a bit more known in the MLBB community. So nice to meet you guys, and looking forward to working with Zekiel and Moonpie a bit more in the future.
Yes,
I don't have like an audio button, but let me get a for Seth.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.